was lovely.
Royalty free too. We're not going to get hit.
I was thinking about that.
No, this is
Not going to get
good.
us. Well, welcome to the Average Nobody's podcast number 136. This is a very special podcast. Our Christmas extravaganza podcast. We have myself, Ryan, Adam, Matt, and Justine all in studio, all dressed in Christmas attire, ready to just have a hell of a podcast. We have celebrity birthdays coming up. We have our favorite Christmas/holiday movies for the draft, and then we're going to get into what we're watching as well. Adam, I think you have a kind of like a cold open for us before we get into celebrity birthdays.
Yeah. So, I like in my phone I have like I won't say all, but like most of my friends' birthdays and relatives' birthdays in my calendar every year. So I can wish people happy birthday. It's nice, but I don't have the ages in there. And so my Uncle Vic, I think you guys know, it was his birthday the other day, and he called me up, and he was sort of like busting my balls because I called him late in the day. It's like, oh, I thought, who told you about my birthday? Today was my birthday. And I said, nobody. I have it on my phone. It's like, oh, that's that's a great idea, but I bet you don't know how old I am. And it was like, you got me, and I really didn't know. And so I just sort of said, I don't know, 77. And he goes, no way. And I guessed my uncle's birthday,
really?
The age. So that was pretty impressive. I was pretty impressed with myself.
Did you give yourself? I think you should give yourself a point for that.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a good omen.
Yeah, not a celebrity, but I think you should give yourself a point for that.
Okay, I will.
I'll
but it was pretty shocking. But then whenever a lot of times I'll do that to my family members and be like, oh, how'd you who told you? I'm like, nobody. It's in my phone.
Because they don't realize you can do that.
Right. It's so easy.
I don't get it.
It's so easy.
Where in your phone?
Did your mother write you a letter and tell you that it was my birthday?
I read it by candlelight.
But I told you the story before about my uncle's his girlfriend's kid.
I don't think so.
A while ago, when I was in college, he came. He had been around our family for so long. My uncle's been with his girlfriend for a very long time, not a short-term thing. And I know this kid, Michael. And at the time, my girlfriend was coming over for Christmas at my parents' house, and she was like, "Oh, how old's Michael?" And I'm like, "Oh, I think he's like 7, 8 years old. He's just a young kid." And then we get there, and he's 14 years old.
Way off.
And I don't see him that often, but also my gauge on how old he actually was. And I remember that being hilarious. And she's like, he's 14. It's very clearly he's not 7 or 8. No.
I feel like you're
He's
especially
14.
bad at that.
I'm very bad with ages. Yeah.
7 or 8 and 4. 4, that's a teenager. You're in
high school.
Yeah, you're in high school. Yeah.
Yep.
It's tough to keep track of stuff like that. I have a pretty good grasp. Victoria, one of my younger cousins, I have a pretty good grasp on that because she's not that much younger than me. But I have a younger cousin, Luke. I have no idea how old he is. I never see it. I've seen him once or twice a year, but I have no idea. So I was trying to get Christmas gifts this year for everybody, and I just threw my hands up and said everybody's getting Amazon gift cards. So that's it.
You just get him something for a small child, 25.
Yeah.
I get him a sweater, but it's way too small for him, or it's huge.
So. Excellent. So hopefully we're better with these ages. Well, you did pretty good. I'm not good. This is a tough celebrity birthday.
I know you had said that, yeah.
I know Holly made the suggestion, and also Justine, that we take the Christmas birthdays, the actual Christmas birthdays, to 25th. But we have tried that before. We didn't try it, but we had thought about that before, and we said no because of the rules of the game. We also came up with the other day, we probably will never film on Christmas, so we will probably never get to the actual Christmas, but I think that's just the way we have to live and die by the rules.
Just film on Christmas.
It'd be really weird.
So I have 5. You will get all 5.
I mean,
that's fine,
I
though.
feel like sometimes you guys say that, though.
I'd say that literally every
Adam
time.
says it.
No. You will get all 5. Whether or not you know one of them, the clue is very easy.
Okay.
And you will get it.
Justine, I've added you to the scoreboard. You
Okay.
could,
I did get points last time. I don't know if anyone kept track.
Oh.
I have to re-listen to it, I guess.
Oh, we'll have to go back and get those points.
Okay. Because right now, you have a legitimate shot at moving into 4th place ahead of Mitch and Derek.
I would
how
if
many-
you're not already ahead
How
of
many
them.
points do they have?
Mitch is 4.
Mitch
You
has
definitely
5.
I think I got 4 from the last time.
Oh,
One
wow.
time I competed, and the other time I told the riddles.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I missed out on one.
Did you get any
And
ages?
I didn't get any ages.
Okay, so I'll give you 4
I got, hold on.
and 0.
I thought that we had made the joke that she already passed Mitch. I thought that you already had more than him. So whatever that is.
I'm trying to remember of what the ones were because I know I got 2 character names and that
We can
equals
go.
1 point.
We can easily go back and get it. We just don't have the points right now. Adam's the point keeper when he.
Yeah.
We didn't think of that.
I guess Adam didn't listen to the ones that didn't have him on it.
Sorry. I listened to them.
Mike D, keep track.
Yeah, he should be the one.
Mike D should
He's some
keep
type
track.
of statistician. Statistician? I don't know. Can't talk good.
So yeah, so I'm going to do a little roundup here while we're waiting for Ryan. So we have 2 actors, 1 director, 1 producer, 1 musician.
Producer.
Ooh.
Don't guess, because I have a feeling you already know. Don't guess.
I have 1 in my head. It's the only producer that comes to my head. Probably because I've been thinking about them. Not weirdly, but some of the movies I've watched.
Sure. Okay.
It's this person continues to produce them.
All right. Well, I guess I'll just cut this out for when we wait for Ryan to get back.
Yeah.
So the current standings are Ryan in first place with 68.5.
Wow.
I'm in second place with 68. Matt at 54.
Jeez.
Respectable, though.
Matt, I was saying to Adam the other day, when was the last time you told the riddles? Because I feel like it's just been Adam and Ryan going back and forth, and I'm like, Matt has conned his
And I
way
still
out of
can't-
doing these riddles.
I still can't keep up with that. Last time we couldn't, I forget what I didn't have enough time to come up with the riddles, and we didn't know exactly what was the order, so I think I went through 2 cycles without actually. Well, here I am.
Weaseling his way out of it.
I want to get all the points I can. I'm so far behind.
Just got to have a couple big rounds.
Oh, well, not today.
It's my agent.
Not today.
Your
We're gonna-
agent?
That was my auntie. Are we still recording?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
but cut it out.
Tell us what you talked about.
Well,
I was just kidding. I don't
oh.
want to know.
No, well, because I'm going to my auntie's on Christmas, Saturday. But so my one cousin lives in California, one cousin lives in Florida. So I don't see them that often. So I had to call and check to see if they're vaccinated, as if we're bringing Lenny,
yeah.
which they both are.
That's good.
And then now it's great. Like with Lenny, it's like free reign. Before my auntie was like texting Holly recipes of this like vegan apple pie that
I
Holly
remember that.
had to go to like 15 stores to get. And now we have Lenny, and we're like, what can we bring? Just bring the baby. It's all
that's
right.
the best,
All
yeah.
right, I can do it. So
That's the only selling point that people with babies have told me. So
Apparently, my family didn't get that memo.
no,
you didn't get the pass.
No.
Oh, Justine, man, I want you to make this, this,
Yeah,
and that.
what are you
And
bringing?
Like,
yeah,
add
Are you going to
things.
come help me make the entire meal? Yeah, I'll be there.
All right.
It's time for everyone's favorite game show, Celebrity Birthdays.
All right. It is me.
And we're doing hand raises. Like, we're in person, so we don't need to do the...
Oh, we're not cooking.
I think we should still caw.
Okay.
I think we can also do hand raises, but I think we should call. I think we should go around and give our cause. Adam,
Justine should go first.
Justine.
Guess,
Okay.
special
Adam.
guest.
For some reason.
Caw.
This is a rapid fire.
Okay. Okay. Good.
I'll just do a caw.
Okay.
I mean,
Good.
that was like
one
a
caw.
Batman caw.
I've been thinking about it.
Brooding call. Okay.
I'm a brooding bird.
Here we go. I was telling them while you were gone, Ryan. We have 2 actors, 1 producer, 1 director, 1 musician.
Hey, I kind of like this overview. Maybe we should start doing that.
I'm trying to squeeze as much out of the celebrity birthdays as possible, so I'm dressing it up.
Church.
All right, here we go. First one. Growing up in the 90s can't be easy for someone as famous as him. He acts, he directs, he loses and gains seemingly hundreds of pounds in an instant. Only this man can be both an illegal gun runner, a high school age undercover cop. He's good in all of his roles, but we know him to be super bad.
Yeah.
Adam,
Jonah Hill.
this is Jonah Hill.
It popped in my head when you said the 90s, and then when the
Originally
lost weight.
the riddle had mid 90s, but I felt like that was too much of a Blair at the beginning. Did you also have that one?
What?
Did you call? Did someone else call it?
No, Adam called first, but
Yeah.
once you got into like high school, I was like, let's join him.
Adam, how old is Jonah Hill today?
Today, Jonah Hill is, I feel like he can't be that much older than us.
I don't think he is.
I'm going to go with 37.
Ooh, Ryan?
36.
Ooh, Justine?
Well, I guess I'll go 38.
Ooh, it is 38.
I was originally going to go 37.
See, I
38.
had 36 before you even said 37. I don't know why. I was wrong, but stuck with it.
Very good. Very good.
With the 3 people guessing, I feel like you really hone in on the answer.
Well, it depends.
Well, it depends
The
on-
first guesser is key.
But
Because
we also knew his range.
Right.
Because like Superbad came out when we were like around that age.
Right.
So.
yeah. Yeah, good
Hey,
question.
good one.
Very good. Okay. Up next. This director is known to make a joke or two or part 3, whether it's an old school road trip or at a school for scoundrels. This Joker has had quite the career. Ryan.
Todd Phillips
It is Todd Phillips.
I like the sound effects.
Yeah.
I'm loving
They're
it.
nice.
brings a lot
It
to
is Todd Phillips. Also, fun fact, I didn't know this. He's doing a Hulk Hogan biopic.
What?
Yeah.
Biopic?
Chris
Yes.
Hemsworth is going to be Hulk Hogan.
Incredible.
Chris
the hell?
Hemsworth?
Yeah.
I might actually see that.
Gotta get my peepers on that.
Justine, big
That was
wrestling
creepy.
fan.
I texted that to Matt the other day about Thor. I was like, I've seen all the Thor movies. Anytime Chris Hemsworth comes out with a movie, I gotta get my peepers on.
Very good.
It's creepy. It is creepy.
It's okay.
Todd
I feel
Phillips.
the same way, Ryan.
How old is he?
Todd Phillips. I'm gonna say he's 54.
I'm going to go 56.
I guess I'll go 57.
Todd Phillips is 51 years old. Don't get caught in the. Don't get caught in the.
I was thinking 57 first, though.
Caught in the web.
Yeah.
Caught in the web.
I didn't realize he was that young. I mean,
Yeah,
I guess
right?
it's not young, but
Okay, here's the questionable one. I think one of you'll get it. This singer-songwriter has been totally eclipsed by a bow-wearing influencer by the same name.
is it Bonnie Raitt?
No.
Oh.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Say it again.
Saying it out loud, I think I wrote the
Also did
clue.
listen to the back half.
Yeah, me either. I just
This
totally
singer,
eclipsed and I was like, all right.
this singer-songwriter has been totally eclipsed by a bow-wearing influencer with the same name.
Well, do we know who the influencer is?
She's very famous. She was on Dancing with the Stars recently. She was
Oh,
in
is
the
this an
final
actual
two.
influencer?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
probably
She's
know.
from YouTube.
But that's not who the person is.
But
No,
is the total
but
eclipse
if you get
a hint?
what?
Is the total eclipse
No,
a hint?
no.
Oh,
it
okay.
is not.
Oh, okay.
But you did, yeah. If it was that person, you'd get it.
Well, I mean,
The bow-wearing influencer with the same name is kind of like the same thing. It's like what she's known for. She sells these bows for the top of your head in Target. She's all over the fucking
so it's an
place.
actual bow. It's not like a
a
bow and
fucking-
arrow.
like a cheerleader bow.
Oh, is it JoJo Siwa, whatever
Well,
her name is?
Yes,
JoJo?
Yes.
JoJo? Oh,
JoJo.
okay.
it is JoJo.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Yeah, that was the tough one.
I wouldn't have got that one.
You should have seen the rest of the list. All right. Justine, how old is JoJo?
Should have made
So-
a clue with her being in an RV with Robin Williams. It's a good movie.
Was she?
Yeah,
Oh,
pretty sure. I like that movie.
So JoJo is the I have no
JoJo the singer, yeah.
like from Casey and JoJo?
No, she's just JoJo.
Just JoJo?
You know who JoJo is, right?
Oh, I don't know. I have no idea.
She's like she's a lot younger than us.
Oh, okay.
I
Well,
think.
that will help me.
Well,
a
we'll
lot.
see.
Oh,
All right. I'm gonna
She's
guess
7.
she's 25.
Okay.
Oh, is she like little?
No, no, I don't know. I'm
I'm
gonna
going
say
somewhere in the 20s.
She's a
as
small
well.
I'm gonna
person.
say 22.
I'm gonna go a little higher. I'm gonna say 27.
She is 31 years old.
Oh.
Not the greatest.
She's like 2 years younger than us.
Yeah.
Doesn't she look really
why-
young?
Oh, you didn't tell me that. Ryan
No,
said
Ryan
it. Okay.
said that. And I was like, well,
Doesn't she look really young?
yeah, she does look young.
Maybe I'm thinking of somebody else.
She went away for a while, but the name JoJo
Sounds
has been
dark.
over. JoJo Siwa was on Dancing with the Stars. She was in the final two. No one
I know
knows
who she is.
Yeah.
I mean, kind of. Like I
I was hoping you would
I've
get
seen
that
her,
and then just guess
but
JoJo.
I don't know who JoJo.
But anyway. All right. Here we go. Maybe the most prolific TV producer of all time. This wiener shares a credit screen with nobody.
Oh, damn.
Adam.
Call.
Is it Dick Wolf?
Yes.
Oh
Very good. How old is Dick Wolf?
God, how old is
Jesus.
Dick Wolf?
I really have no idea.
Justine needs to know.
Oh my God.
Dick Wolf is goes the same age as my uncle. We'll go 77.
That's what I was gonna say.
Gotta be that. He's got to be up there.
Ryan?
I'm gonna say he's definitely not in his 80s. 78.
Okay.
I was gonna say 81.
Is that what you're going with?
Yeah, why not?
Dick Wolf is 75.
Oh,
A little younger. A little
Wow.
younger.
I was like, he's been.
Shit, I just
It's been a Dick Wolf production of Law and Order since we were kids.
yeah.
Forever.
There's so many different shows that he's produced. It's crazy. But they're all the same show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He keeps coming out with new ones too. Like they have that new Law and Order now. Like they brought Stabler back, created a new.
Like the organized crime one.
Yeah.
Is it awesome?
I don't know.
Oh, some fan.
I know. I thought that you loved him.
I do, but
Stabler, not
You like
DeWolf,
Chris
but-
Maloney? Is that his name?
yeah.
Right?
big Chris Maloney guy.
I like him.
Get my peepers on him.
Okay. All right.
How old is he? 75?
Yes, 75. Are you like calculating something?
No, I forgot. I forgot what you said.
My plan's almost in motion.
Okay, last one here. Almost read the name. Here he is. He's not even supposed to be here today, but this cashier decided to show up for some of his birthday cake anyway.
Not even supposed to be here.
Half a caw. Caw? Dante from, what the fuck is that? Clerks?
That is correct.
I don't know what his name is.
Do we have someone that can get the other half of the point?
I don't know his name.
It's Brian O'Halloran.
Ooh. Okay.
How old is he today?
Jesus.
Adam.
59.
Okay.
That's probably way too old.
I'm going to say 55.
Okay.
I'm going to say 45.
He is 52.
Wow.
I didn't really use the no buzzer. I'm still getting used to it.
Last but not least.
All right. That's
Hey,
it.
good ones though. Good
Wanna
ones
get,
though. Not a lot to work with. I always
Did you pull up IMDb?
That's what I'm doing right now. I
Yeah,
gotta
pull
do
it up. Adam's
my
gonna do his.
my post.
This is the part of the show where Adam claims that he knows
knows
everybody
more.
on that
Yeah.
list.
Oh, this guy was in that one episode of the thing. You don't remember him?
the great Paul Ritter.
Justine might know a few of them. There's a few old timers on there.
A
Make
lot,
it sound like I'm 80.
a lot of,
Like
John
people who
Spencer.
just
Do you know
listen to
John
the audio
Spencer?
version?
a lot of dead
John
celebrities.
Spencer. He's in The West Wing. He's in.
Oh, who was he in The West Wing?
Is he like the chief of staff?
Yeah, what's the chief of staff's name? It's like an Irish name. Oh, something.
Yeah.
Oh, the guy that. Yeah, I know
Goldberg.
him. Yeah.
He's also in The Rock.
The Rock.
The Rock. I forget his name in that, but then he's also in another Harrison Ford movie, but I forget what.
No, man, that's about it.
Yeah, right. Slim Pickens.
Slim pickings.
Anyway.
A lot of celebrities that have passed away today.
Oh well.
That's it for this episode's edition of Celebrity Birthdays.
Who was it? And now a word from our sponsor.
Once again, it's, how would you pronounce that? Cavit?
Cavett?
Yeah.
Kavit.
Cavit.
How else would you pronounce it?
Kafit.
This is still their 2020 version. I
a
guess
good
that's
year.
all the liquor store sells is 2020 versions. But yeah, it's a good little mini wine.
Imported from Italy.
Does the job. I don't really think that's true.
Did you have to pay the import tax?
I did.
How much?
But so you have to pay that in cash.
Okay.
So I pay with my card, then I have to go get
import
cash in
cashing.
the car. It's a big thing.
Yeah.
That's what we do.
All right. We're going to draft now. Christmas movies. I was telling Ryan, Holly, and Adam yesterday, right? Were we together yesterday?
We were.
You losing it?
Yes. That I was going to be particularly hard on certain Christmas movies.
I actually think that we should establish up front what makes a Christmas movie.
It has to have a Christmas theme.
That's
I think it should be set during the holiday season, Thanksgiving to New Year's.
Okay.
There must be a reference at one point of some traditional Christmas figures. Jesus, Santa, Rudolph, Frosty.
Okay.
And it should feature traditional Christmas themes, love,
Okay.
hope, generosity, faith, redemption, family, and then Christmas music.
Okay.
Those are my
I'm not gonna have a
I
problem.
can appreciate that.
yeah.
I can
And I'm
appreciate
gonna
that.
give some leeway too because it's all about what Christmas means to you.
See, that's
feel.
what. So Holly and I were talking about it yesterday, and she's like, "There's certain movies that might not be Christmas movies, but it makes me think of like Christmas
Yeah.
for whatever reason."
If you can give me a good explanation like that, I just hate the people that are like, it's snowing.
Yeah, it's a Christmas.
Like that's what I don't like. So I'm glad that we got that out of the way.
Yeah.
Forrest Gump is
Christmas. So I have all our names right here.
Oh, okay.
Do you want me to go through them?
Yes, please go through it.
I carry them around with me everywhere I go.
Getting prepared with these shards of paper with your names.
Please go through it.
First pick, Justine.
Oh, of course.
Oh, this
Should
is
we
interesting.
now I'm gonna continue. I'm gonna throw this out there. Should we just go in a
Second
kind of a
pick.
clockwise circle
Matt.
from Justine?
No, I think it'd be
Okay, we'll go this
funnier
way.
if it then is Ryan now. I think it'd be funnier.
Third pick, Adam. Ryan is
Oh,
last.
okay. All right, we got it.
Ended up working out.
Okay.
You know
All
what?
right.
I specifically wrote my name on a bigger piece of paper, and then I forgot.
You're gonna try to cheat? Go.
All right.
Okay.
That's cheating.
This is hard because now it's going to be a while before I go again.
Unless it's like, like.
But I also think that you guys are going to pick some ones that I have no interest in whatsoever.
Did
I feel
everybody
the same.
immediately come up with a number one, or was it tough? Like, did everybody?
Yeah, I don't
come up
really
with
have
number
a
one?
clear number
I have,
one.
well, see, I came up with a number one more of the fact that I was worried that you guys would pick it. Whereas my personal number one, I'm saving for last because there's nowhere in hell, no way in hell you guys are picking this.
Yeah,
movie.
right.
Fair.
So my number one, I'm going to go with Home Alone. Damn it.
Well,
Damn it.
there it goes.
Yeah.
There it goes.
I feel like that should be the number one draft pick for Christmas movies. Everyone knows the plot. An 8-year-old troublemaker has to protect his house from a pair of burglars when he's accidentally left home alone by his family during Christmas vacation. Directed by Chris Columbus, writer John Hughes, Macaulay Culkin, Joe Pesci, Daniel Stern, Catherine O'Hara. Fantastic movie.
Oh, amazing.
I
I
had a
heard the
hard-
newest one
yeah.
was a travesty.
I haven't, you know what? I don't
Not
consider
interested.
those, I don't consider them.
Right.
I don't want anything to do with them.
What's the story with the new one?
It just
It's just another, I think it's just like burglars and the kids in the home. I don't know.
It's not connected in any way.
No.
I don't know.
I don't
in the
think so.
in the trailer, they show Buzz as a cop.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, are those just like?
I don't know.
Yeah.
He just got arrested
Oh, I saw that. Right.
for
Someone-
strangling his girlfriend.
Yeah. No,
No, we didn't.
Buzz
I swear to
did?
God, yeah.
no, I'm not. I'm
I
laughing.
shouldn't be
God.
laughing, but that's just like sounds
Yeah.
like something that you would make up.
It was like a very insensitive
Bad day
headline,
for
too.
Buzz.
I had a hard time
Like,
trying
Buzz,
to.
your girlfriend, woof. Actor strangles girl. I'm like, Jesus
my
Christ.
God.
Maybe don't use the quote from the movie.
Yikes. I had a hard time picking between this one and the second one. I
Great
personally
pick.
think the second one's funnier, but this one is more heartwarming, I feel,
I
for
think-
the Christmas season.
I think out of the group of people, that's probably the one I would have picked. for
And I
number
like the
one.
old man story more than I like the Pigeon Lady story. I have an issue with the Pigeon
Yeah.
Lady. Do you remember the year we all dressed up as Home Alone characters for Halloween? That was the year we partied in your,
Yeah.
like the unfinished basement. It looked like we broke into like an abandoned house.
Everybody just looks like a
That
bum.
was Marv.
Who was I just? John was showing me videos from.
It was actually
yeah,
it was
yeah.
like
From that party
10
the
years
other day.
ago.
We didn't even
Saturday.
take a picture.
Nah.
Oh no, was that Derek with Uncle Fester? I
That
thought
was
Derek.
that-
That was
at
Uncle
Derek-
Fester was at his house. Derek was Harry.
Derek got
Then
ready
we
at my
definitely have a
house.
picture of Derek and whoever Derek was with. Who had the iron drawing?
Ryan.
Me, I was Marv.
We
yeah.
have that picture. It's somewhere.
But I was thinking, like, imagine, like, because you were, I think, were you dating Caitlin at the time, or was it before?
Yeah, I think so.
But imagine, like, her telling her friends, like, oh, like, you know, my boyfriend's throwing a party, and they show up, and it's an unfinished basement. It's very dimly lit. And we're just all dressed as Home Alone characters.
Dimly lit doesn't describe it. There was
No.
one overhead.
Like a hanging bulb like, swinging.
It's
Oh
also
my God.
not very tall either.
No.
Like not tall.
Neil
ceilings.
was
Neil-
absolutely hammered.
Neil was in wig Neil.
Yep.
That's
Yeah.
probably why we did it, because he wouldn't stop wearing that stupid wig.
He was always dressed as Chippendale.
That was an amazing costume.
fake muscles.
That was and the wig for no reason.
No reason.
Like, there's no way that came in the kit with the fake muscles, right?
I don't think so. Like, why would a Chippendale have a blonde short wig?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
But yes, I love this movie.
Very good pick.
I've already watched it like 5 times.
This year?
Yeah.
Safe to
Because
say
it's just
that
it's
was-
easy. It's easy to put on.
Yeah.
It's on Disney Plus now, so you can just put it on whenever.
Right.
It's family friendly. And then I think of Ryan and Jeff if they were gonna rob houses. I feel
That's
like
what they would
that's what it would be.
Hey, you got my
Ryan shirt.
shirt.
Yep.
There they are right there.
Yep.
Bandits.
The what bandits?
I was
Who would be who?
Ryan's Marv, obviously, because he looks exactly like him. And
If I
Jeff's
didn't get my
obviously
haircut on
Joe Pesci.
Friday. But, like, looking back at that movie, like, came out in 1990, right? The
Yeah.
first one?
Wow.
Like, casting Joe Pesci as, like, that type
Yeah.
of role is, like, such an out of left field
Yeah.
pick.
So funny. And
And he killed it.
But that's before Goodfellas. That's just before, right? Because Goodfellas '93.
Yeah, but he was, like, in,
feel like
like,
it was all
Raging
around the
Bull.
same
Well,
time.
yeah, no, for sure. But
He
I
was
think
a
I think it's
serious
funny
and
the
when
opposite
was
way
My
too.
Cousin Vinny? Because
That was after, I think. I think that was, like, 94.
and then he came back for the second one, so he must have enjoyed
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
And I read that he kept forgetting he was filming like a family friendly movie, so he kept swearing. So he had to start saying fridge instead of like fuck.
Oh, the
Yeah.
He
I love that. I
the
didn't know
actor
that.
who plays Marv, they actually worked together on another movie, and that is one of the reasons why Pesci came on board is because he convinced him. He convinced Pesci to come. I remember reading that. I don't maybe last year when we did something about Home Alone, but yeah, they had worked together on a movie previously.
So cool. It worked perfectly.
Yeah.
Great villains. Good pick, Justine.
Excellent.
Before we go next, what's everyone's favorite Home Alone prank?
Oh, I love this.
I love the spider.
Mine is the skeleton when he
Yes.
like
that
gets
one.
shocked.
That's number 2, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you can,
Oh, sorry.
For
Yeah.
for both of them.
That's mine as well. Hilarious.
I
The way
like-
he's so,
Every time. Every
I like
time
when he
it's
does
funny.
the glue and when he like glues and feathers him because there's no point except to just humiliate someone.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it doesn't hamper
Doesn't
him in any
stop,
way.
yeah.
It's just to embarrass you.
Yeah,
And now
he
you've got to
owns
walk
you.
around with these feathers.
And the way the feathers come out of like the pillowcase, it's
Yeah.
just like poof.
It's just such a crazy.
It's like a Looney Tunes
Yeah.
cartoon like moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very, very funny.
Yeah. I'm with you, Adam. The electricity in the sink is so good. Or, Harry, I've reached the top. Sounds like a tool chest coming down the stairs. Okay. My first pick, you all set just in your
Yeah, I'm good.
My first pick is also a John Hughes written movie.
I know you're gonna pick this. I'm just
This
gonna cross it
is
out.
National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. Damn it. The Griswold family's plan for a big Christmas predictably turns into a big disaster. Directed by Jeremiah Chechik. I think is how you'd say his name. Anyway, this is my favorite from when I was a kid, hands down. Had it on VHS, and I can remember like playing it and putting it back in the rewind machine a million times and watching it 100 times.
Yeah.
We watch it every year. It's tradition when we go to Christina Rocco's and the four of us watch it.
That's the one I like make it a point to watch every year.
Yeah,
that one.
the cast of characters in it is so good, and also like I think it's the thing that Lindy and I quote year round.
Yeah.
Like, Grace, she died 7 years
all the time.
ago.
We always do the I don't know Margot like all the time for anything.
Yeah, the Julia Louis Dreyfus
Yeah.
and yeah,
Why
that
is
was,
everything all wet? I don't know Margot.
and what does he say to them when he's outside with the chainsaw? He's like, where are you gonna put? She's like, where are you gonna put that? He goes, I don't know. Bend over, right? It was
He's like, I'm
that.
not talking. Yeah, he's like, I'm not talking to you. And she's just standing there. Like,
Great movie. Uncle Eddie is a great addition to the third act. Just like right at the end. What? Cousin Eddie. Goddamn.
Whoopsies.
Whoops.
All over the place.
Whoopsie daisy. Cousin Eddie, great addition to like
Yeah.
the middle of the second act, like into the third act.
I like the part where
Shitter's full.
they're at the Clark.
full?
Clark is at the dinner table, and he goes, "Guys, I just got news that Santa's been spotted flying over Chicago. You serious, Clark?"
I got this year, because we always quote that. I got my nephew Owen a shirt that just said, "You serious, Clark?"
That's Neil's like favorite.
Yeah.
Like every Christmas Eve, Neil will send a Snapchat at like midnight after like we've all been together all day of him watching that scene
That
and
part.
just belly laughing.
Yes.
You serious, Clark? No.
She wraps the cat in the box. I don't know if it's their aunt or whatever, the old aunt.
Yeah.
Great movie.
Great movie.
The whole like through line of him just trying to be a good dad and like family man, and
Yeah.
he wants to put in the pool for his. It's such a funny because it's like Christmas and it's snowing the whole time. Basically, he's putting up Christmas lights, but the whole point of like the whole like through line is like he wants a pool for
Yeah.
the summertime for his, and he's like the whole thing with the Jelly of the Month Club and
Yeah.
his boss and whatnot, and then him like being delirious in the backyard, like seeing the girl and the Hawaiian Christmas song playing and jumping off the diving board and whatnot. Very funny.
Do you ever notice in these Christmas movies, they're always putting up their lights, but it's like the day before Christmas?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, who, what?
The guy across the family across the street from me have a huge house, and like last year they had an ungodly amount of ornament, like stuff. I'll send you a picture when I get home. It's
And they had it up for
insane.
months.
Yeah, they had it up until
I
March
remember you
2nd.
saying that it was up too long.
That's so long.
And you know who?
And it's so much like they have a huge house, right? They have a 3-car garage, but like I don't know where these this family of full-size reindeer live in that house year round. Like where the hell are they? They're like
Maybe he has a storage
Scattered.
facility.
this year there's like human-sized nutcrackers in front of their house. Like it's insane. No lights. It's like
Oh.
strung up. It's all like bulky lawn decorations. There's a full fucking
it's a
sleigh.
big house though. They have a lot of storage, I bet, in that garage.
I don't know. They have 3 cars.
It's weird there's no
They go in
lights,
the
but all
garage.
this other stuff.
Yeah. Can you see any of this stuff?
It's just in the dark.
Yeah,
it's
it's all lit up.
terrifying.
You said there's no lights.
Yeah, but the lights are on like the displays.
Oh,
Like there's no
alright.
lights on the house. You know what I mean? How you put lights on the gutters or on the peak of the roof or whatever.
Speaking of that, who told Clark Griswold that it was okay to staple
Yeah.
his lights to
I
his
was.
house?
We were
and his
watching it the
roof?
other night. I was like, imagine taking these off. I know it's like a super like adult like no fun.
Yeah,
thought,
no,
but
yeah.
imagine taking those off.
Nightmare.
When I was a kid, I was like, we should do that to our house. And then as an adult, I'm like, my homeowner's insurance would never allow
No.
this. They would be like, what are you doing? Yeah, of course you have leaks. You stapled your legs
a
to your
hole.
gutters. Yes, you have leaks.
I read when I knew I was going to have to sacrifice this movie to get Home Alone. But I read that Chris Columbus was supposed to originally direct it, but he had one meeting with Chevy Chase and was like, I can't work with this guy. And so
Really?
John Hughes gave him Home Alone. Yeah.
He has a bad rap.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, I don't know if he has a bad rap or he's just, this is the way he
he's
is.
I think
a
it's just
dick.
difficult.
Yeah, that's too bad.
All right, so my first two picks were stolen from me.
Look at me.
Not surprising though. I am going to go with one of my favorites is Bad Santa. Is my
It's
first
on my
pick.
list.
Did not have that.
I went the R-rated route. I've actually never seen the second one, but I remember that was one of those like when I saw it in theaters, I was like belly laughing throughout the whole thing. Just the idea of a Santa that's shit-faced all the time, throwing up on himself, pissing himself in the chair is hysterical.
I'm calling you out. I know why you like this movie.
Why?
Because
Oh no, I didn't even register.
Oh, I know too. I forgot
Lauren
about
Graham
that.
is
Lauren
in it.
Graham's in it.
I didn't. I swear I didn't connect
That
the
is
You have
dots.
to
such a
bring
lie.
Gilmore Girls into every single.
I swear I
wrong?
didn't
You
connect.
have
That
a-
was subconscious.
you
I
have
didn't
a
even connect the
sickness.
dots. So yes, Lorelai Gilmore is also in that movie. But like the concept of the bad Santa Claus is hilarious to me, and then his relationship with the kid, he just calls him the kid the whole time, and just like moves into his house because his dad's in jail and everybody else split, so he just like lucks into this enormous house, and they're also like he has the his sidekick, the dwarf that plays his elf, and they rob malls together.
For me, myself.
It's just got like it's got the Christmas element, it's got like the R-rated element, and then it's got like the bank, not the bank robbery, but like the robbery element. I love those three things together. It doesn't seem like it could work, but it does. It works really well. And have any of you guys seen the second one?
No.
No, me neither. What's his face? Bernie Mac is the sort of adversary in it, who's really funny.
and John Ritter.
John Ritter
Rest
is
in
in
peace.
it. Yep, R.I.P. Oh, he's the like the mall manager, and he's just like the nicest guy ever, and just folds whenever Billy Bob and the dwarf ask for something, or like they think he offends them, and he just rolls over for them. So that's Bad Santa, my number one pick.
Like, that movie works because of Billy Bob.
Yeah, it does. It was a great choice.
Don't just call him Billy Bob.
Like him.
What? Billy Bob.
Billy Bob.
If it was just Billy, I couldn't say that, but I can say Billy Bob. I feel like two names is enough.
We know who you're talking about.
Exactly.
With Billy Bob.
Yeah, I'm sure we'd be friends. All right, my first round pick. I'm gonna go Home Alone 2, Lost in New York. You get the Chris Columbus, John Hughes duo back together again. I don't know if I like this one better. I think I like the first one better.
I think the second one's funnier.
The second one is funnier.
With like the addition of like Tim Curry and the whole hotel staff is just
Yeah,
so
Rob
funny.
Schneider,
Yeah.
Donald Trump.
The second one I like because the house that he's in is like a blank canvas. You know what I mean? So he like really makes it
Yeah.
a battleground. That's what I like about that one.
And I love
then
Christmas in New York.
Yes.
Yeah,
Just-
Christmas in New York.
bricks.
The
Bricks,
off
Suck
the-
Brick Kid. I have a Suck Brick Kid shirt that I was going to wear, but it's gray. And I was like, it's not festive enough. But I was actually watching it before we came here because I went next door and it was just on at my mom's house.
Do like every time, like obviously you were in New York for a while, and I mean it's not uncommon in like Providence in the suburbs, but I saw it a lot in Boston, like the trash chutes that he slides down. I like since that movie came out, I've always wanted to slide down one of those big plastic
Probably
trash
very dirty.
chutes. Probably get really hurt because I don't think they can support the weight of a human. It's just for
Maybe a child.
You'd be
Loose
like
garbage?
a 10-year-old kid.
yeah. But I always thought that was really cool.
And the second one, it's actually like totally the dad's fault. that
Yes.
He's left.
It is.
Yeah, bad dad.
The dad does not seem to care either.
No,
like,
not at all.
No,
He was like,
No.
we were in a hurry. We were in a hurry. What do you do? What?
like no, you left your child.
Yeah. You ran through the airport and left your 10-year-old child behind you.
Again.
Yeah.
Very good movie. So I'm gonna go Home Alone 2, Lost in New York for my first round pick. For my second round pick, I'm gonna go with the Santa Claus,
Ooh, love it.
1994 classic.
Tim Allen, baby.
Starring Tim Allen. And like looking back on it, it is like a very, I mean, I know when I watched it as a kid, you don't necessarily pick up on all the themes, but like it's like a divorced dad. He kills Santa at the beginning. It's just like a very dark like start to a Christmas movie. And then he has to take his place and, you know, all that stuff. But it's a very entertaining, a very fun movie. And I was actually looking at like some of the trivia from it, and the guy who directed it, John Pasquin, him and Tim Allen must be like best pals. He's directed Tim Allen in so many things. So he did a ton of Home Improvement episodes. He did a bunch of episodes of Last Man Standing. Do you guys ever watch that show? It's like his new.
A few episodes, yeah.
It's a very funny show. It's like it's like Home Improvement, but instead of like a Home Improvement show, he owns an outdoors store. But he's also directed Jungle to Jungle. Tim Allen.
Love that movie.
Joe Somebody. Tim Allen.
Oh, yep, I know that one.
And he also directed Miss Congeniality.
Ooh, I love Miss Congeniality.
I know, such
Love
a
that one.
the second one too.
Do you know who the other
Which
two
Matt
people?
loves because Regina King Smith.
Yes. Do you know who the other two people like almost named to be Santa Claus in that movie were?
I don't.
Tell me.
Tom Selleck
Ooh.
and Tom Hanks.
Ooh.
I don't think either would have worked as good.
Tom Hanks, I think, could have been all right.
Yes. Maybe just because he's like a bigger name, but Tim Allen is perfect in it.
I have a confession. I'm not a big Santa Claus fan. Like
Wow.
like the movie, not the
I don't like
the
Santa
holiday
Claus.
character.
I don't think
Not
I've
Saint
ever
Nicholas?
saw the second and third one. Like
The
Is it
second one
Martin
is
Short one?
Larry the Cable Guy. Is
Yes, he is. Is he not in the first one? No, he's not in the first one. I think it's the second.
no, he's in the first one. They
Is
work
he in the first
together.
one?
Yeah, they work. I'm pretty sure they
Oh,
work
really?
together. Yeah, that like, or no, is that Jungle to Jungle?
Yeah, that's Jungle to Jungle.
I also mix up Jungle to Jungle. And what's the other one? What's the one with Chevy Chase?
Man of the House.
Yeah.
That's a great
That's
movie.
a great movie.
That's a great one.
Man of the House. Yep.
So I'm gonna go with the Santa Claus for my second round pick. Also, guess how much money the Santa Claus made?
Tell me.
Like
A lot, right?
$190 million.
That's
Holy
crazy.
shit.
and what year? What year was it?
1994.
Yeah.
Well,
That's
you
a lot.
You take Tim Allen, holiday movie, kids movie.
But that was like his first like role doing that type of thing.
When did Toy Story come out? 94? 95? I'm gonna look it up.
Maybe 95.
Yeah, I feel like Tim Allen wasn't known as like the wholesome.
But he was already like a TV.
Yeah, he was a TV dad. But I do love that movie. So
What else does Tim Allen do?
95.
Like
Besides
movies?
like Toy Story and the Santa Claus. Like
that Last Man Standing show has been on for like 12 years,
Yeah, it's been on for a while.
and it's like one of those like network TV. It was on Fox, so they do like 30 episodes a season. So it really doesn't have to do anything else.
yeah.
My turn?
Yes.
All right. So I've got some on here that like I don't think you guys will pick, but I want to get this one on here.
Fucking dare.
I want to get this one on here. I'm gonna go with, and if anybody disagrees with me, I will fight
Okay,
them.
I'm good here.
I will fight them. The Nightmare Before Christmas.
I knew
is
you were going to
there.
do it.
The Nightmare Before Christmas is a Christmas movie.
It's Halloween and Christmas. It's both.
It's
it
both.
works for both.
It does work. Yes, it does work for both. And it, full disclosure, it came out around Halloween. But
Hey, Hocus Pocus came out in July. That's got nothing to do with.
right, thank you.
Yeah, but also the director.
But the movie starts and Halloween is over, and then the rest of the movie is leading up to Christmas, and the climax of the movie is on Christmas. He wears a Santa suit and
He goes
rides.
to Christmas Town. I'm
Yes,
with you.
exactly.
I think it could be both. I think it counts for Halloween and Christmas.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
I think it's watchable at Halloween. I think it's appropriate, but
Yeah.
I think that it's a Christmas movie. The themes that you were talking about, like what, I don't know what you would count as a Halloween theme, but like,
Fear.
yeah, I guess towards the beginning, but not really. Yeah, I don't know.
Although,
The
I mean, the
scary
first song is
presence.
The first
"This is Halloween."
And it's terrifying.
It's not
Yes.
great for my
The
case.
clown with the tearaway face will always stick in my memory
Yeah.
as being something that.
The I love in like this is sort of out of the box for me because I know you guys all like musicals and I'm not the biggest musical guy, but like I love all the songs in the movie. I love Lock, Shock, and Barrel. Their song.
What's This is a great song.
Yes. Yes, it is. I hear it in commercials all the time now. It's like
I have it on my like instrumental Christmas playlist.
yeah,
just
it's like
the-
a legitimate Christmas jingle now. I forget who does the voices of Jack and Sally, but that movie's pretty short, isn't it? Is it like sub an hour and a half?
It's got to be because it's like a kids movie. So
Right. It's a kids movie, but like it plays for adults too.
Yeah,
There's definitely
because
things
it is
in there
kind of
for
terrifying
adults.
for children. Sometimes.
Right, there are some like jump scares in it that like kids won't agree with, but the way they put Halloween and Christmas together in that movie was like it's really unique. And when he goes to Christmas Town, it's like you sort of feel what Jack is feeling. You know what I mean? Because he's so low. And then he discovers that place, and like he's brought back to life, you know. And just like this character shift is
If
really
you had
cool.
to live in one of the towns besides Christmas Town, because obviously that's
Definitely
big.
not Thanksgiving Town.
No, and I wouldn't want to live in Halloween Town. It's
Oh,
terrifying.
I was going Thanksgiving Town, I think.
Maybe like
I don't think so.
what were the
fall,
other
it's
ones?
Like, is there like a 4th of July town?
There was Easter, and then was there like a Shamrock for St.
There was
Patrick's
a Shamrock.
Day?
Yeah.
That'd be rough.
There was a
though.
Valentine's Day
Living in
one.
St. Patrick's Day all the time.
Honestly,
Yeah.
but Christmas. I mean, Christmas is the number one
yeah.
pick, but like I don't know, maybe Halloween. Maybe Halloween would be my second one.
I've never seen it.
Oh, really?
Wow. Yeah, Ryan does not like animated things.
So we talked. I texted them. Before
Yeah,
it
about
was,
the I haven't
Forgive
seen
me,
these.
Father, for I have sinned. I have never seen The Nightmare Before Christmas. That's
That's
you.
Ryan.
I'll tell you what, I'm probably never going to see it.
Why?
I have no interest.
It's a great
It's
family
fun, though.
movie.
It's fun.
no.
Danny Elfman does the singing voice of Jack,
Yes,
which
that's
he's
it,
the guy
Danny
who does a
Elfman.
lot of the music for Tim Burton. And then Chris Sarandon does Jack Skellington.
Susan Sarandon's
I-
Is he
brother?
related to
And Catherine O'Hara does
Yep.
Sally.
Really?
Yeah.
I have this website that Matt and I like called Birth Movies Death. Like they had been coming out with like little magazines of like I have a Stephen King one, I have an Avengers Endgame
They did
one,
a James Bond one.
a James Bond one, the Planet of the Apes one, like really cool ones. And it's just like filled with articles and like stuff like that. But I bought they did a Tim Burton one. And it's so, I'll let you borrow it sometime. It's so cool. Like it's full of like his hand sketches of all of his characters. Like Edward Scissorhands, Jack
What's it called?
Skellington, Birth Movies Death.
That is cool. I'd be very interested in the James Bond one.
So she has her pad.
I make my notes.
This year, actually, we dressed, I mean, we didn't go anywhere for Halloween, but we dressed Stevie up as Zero for Halloween this year, it's a great dog name, actually.
Yeah.
Zero. So Nightmare Before Christmas, my second round pick.
Very good. My second round pick. It came right to me. It's a classic starring one of the great action heroes of all time. It's Jingle All the Way.
Great pick.
Damn it.
Starring
I
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
love Jingle All the Way.
And Dave D's favorite actor, Sinbad.
Sinbad's fantastic in this movie.
It is another. So I'm glad that I got to pick Christmas Vacation in this one because I think it's probably like 1A, 1B as far as like movies that I quote around the holidays.
Yeah.
It's this. It's Arnold Schwarzenegger running to the radio station. Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Vixen, Comet, Cupid, Donna, Blitzen, like running down trying to remember it. It's Sinbad with the present that he's pretending is a bomb, but actually is a bomb. It's like, you people are sick. People are sick. And then like the Schwarzenegger going to the store, picking out the Turbo Man doll. And he's like, oh, this guy wants a Turbo Man and all that. Great movie.
No one
Great
wants
cast.
Booster.
Phil Hartman with
Hartman.
one of the great, like underappreciated roles of all time. He came up with the character's backstory for this.
We quote
for
him
this
all.
movie.
Jeff is always going, these cookies.
He's good. Put that cookie down.
Jeff is great for
Balthazar.
like the random
Random
like, little
quotes. And then we
lines.
were with Jesse the other day and he kept going, I gotta get the recipe from Liz. And we were just like, that's a really random one from this movie. And
so
Rita
yeah.
Wilson. Rita Wilson's his wife.
Yeah.
James Belushi was Santa Claus in that.
Yep.
And he was one of the. There's another actor in another movie on my list that he actually played a mall Santa before this movie as well, so he had the experience. But yeah, Jingle All the Way.
We watch it every year, especially now with like Adrian being the age he is. It's like a family friendly one you can watch.
Yeah.
We watched it the other night. It's great. It is so funny too that he's like this Austrian, like in this like Minnesota town.
Yes. What are you doing here?
And then like they don't recognize him at the end when he's dressed up as Turbo Man. It's like, who else could this be?
What other
Talking like that.
gigantic-
Yeah.
What is he, a mattress salesman or something?
Yes,
Yeah.
that's such a funny.
he really a
Yeah, in the
mattress salesman?
beginning. I'm like, what a weird job for them to give him.
And then of course the Big Show's in it.
Yep.
With when they get into the fight at the Santa Claus
Paul
factory.
White's
or
in
whatever the
a
hell
weird
it-
amount of movies.
Yeah, he is.
Waterboy.
Oh, what a boy! Excellent.
All right, Justine, you got
Yeah.
some back-to-backs here.
I do,
A lot
and
of pressure.
I was hoping Jingle All the Way was going to be one of them.
One last thing about Jingle All the Way. Also, I think the story of that toy that is like super hot to get is like a thing that everybody kind of
Yeah, I think it
Right.
was based off of like the Cabbage Patch Kids, and like Tickle Me Elmo. Like,
Yeah, there's always something in that.
It was based. I read it was based off the Cabbage Patch craze, but then the summer it came out or whatever, it was the same summer as Tickle Me Elmo, like in '96. It just so happened that I'm sure it happens every year.
Right.
But Arnold's character reminded me a lot of like when I was a kid, like what my dad would like do to like if I wanted a PlayStation or
So
something.
you're saying your dad reminds you of Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Yeah, only like physically. But like instead of just being like, oh, we'll get the present. It's like the day before Christmas, my dad's trying to fight some old lady in the store to like get the last PlayStation or the thing. So whenever I watch it now, it like reminds me of like just how much of a psychopath.
My dad would do this.
Yes.
All right. I got to do it. I'm going Die Hard. And I could write a goddamn thesis about how this is a Christmas movie, and I am prepared.
No
Go
argument
for
here.
it. Go for it.
All right. So first off, I'm going to read you the plot. A New York Police Department officer tries to save his wife and others taken hostage by terrorists during a Christmas party at the Nakatomi Plaza in LA. All right. Christmas party. I'm going to read you the soundtrack. It's got.
Prepared.
I
Usually
came
not this
very prepared. Hold on.
I'm not.
Winter Wonderland, Let It Snow, Christmas in Hollis, Jingle Bells, and then in the score of the movie is Jingle Bells, like just actual Jingle Bells. By the way, side note about Christmas in Hollis, there was one year that Anthony played this song on repeat all Christmas Day.
It's the Run DMC one.
Yes, and me and Christine were in our room, and we could hear it through the wall, and I thought I was losing my mind. Like it was like he could not
This is
stop
hell.
playing
I'm
this
in
song.
prison.
I'm gonna die. It's directed by John McTiernan, Bruce Willis, Alan Rickman, Bonnie Bedelia, Reginald Val Johnson. This was Alan Rickman's first film role, which is crazy,
Unbelievable.
That is crazy.
insane.
Definitely the best like first film role ever.
I had a debate with Jesse the other day over breakfast about. Well, okay, I'm gonna clarify. I did not. Jesse met Jeff, Jack, and I for breakfast the other day. I'm not just having breakfast with Jesse every day and dishing.
Just yelling at each
which
other.
I would love. But both writers say it's a Christmas movie. They said if it's not a Christmas movie, most others shouldn't be considered. It takes place entirely on Christmas Eve, which most don't. The film's producer, Joe Silver, said this will become a staple Christmas viewing. The fact that it's Christmas is essential to the plot. It takes place on Christmas Eve at a Christmas party. His plan is to rob Nakatomi Plaza. Has to be on Christmas Eve. They're the only people left in the building because they're having a Christmas Eve party. They have to lock the first 30 floors. He wanted hostages. He wanted the time to try and break into the vault. There are Christmas decorations everywhere. They reference like Rudolph. They reference Scrooge, Santa Claus. They have quotes about Christmas. I dressed up one year as Dead Tony. Now I have a machine gun. Ho, ho, ho.
Yes.
And Jeff is John McClane. It's always on the Christmas themes list.
That was a good John McClane.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
like-
I have to say, I made his whole costume, obviously.
You
So I
Had
feel like
the
I should
thing
get the credit.
Taped to his back.
Yeah. I spent like all day like taking that tank top and like putting like fake blood on it and like soaking it in tea
Did he go
bags and stuff.
barefoot?
He wanted to, and I was like, hey, it's October. You shouldn't go barefoot. So
Yeah.
we compromised. He wore sandals, and I just taped a bunch of like paper towel on his feet.
Gotcha.
And it's the whole point is about a man trying to spend Christmas with his family and realizing what's important throughout this whole experience.
And it I like to watch it around, like I'll watch it this week.
Yeah, and you know what? I don't know the stats on it, but I guarantee that more people watch it around Christmas and it's on TV more around Christmas than it is in any other time of the year.
100%.
Jen and I were talking about Die Hard the other day, and I'm like, you're swaying me with the with the director and the writers saying it and all like your evidence here. I'm sort of on the fence with it, but she said that exactly like she was on the fence too, but she's like always gets the urge to watch it around Christmas time.
Yeah.
And like that.
That's when it takes place.
And there's nothing wrong with watching it at any time of the year.
Right.
Like, it's a fantastic action movie. Like, you should watch it all year
Right.
round. But, like, you can't deny that there's a lot of Christmas elements. Like, almost more Christmas elements than a lot of movies have.
I think I watched it for the first time last year. Last
God.
Christmas. First time.
It's so good.
Love it. I've never
watch it
seen
every
any of the
year.
other ones, but
I also have
Silence.
a storybook of Die Hard that the lovely Jess Keller gave me one year that I've been reading to Jack at night, which is definitely not appropriate. But I just cut out some of the words. But it's set to 'Twas the Night Before Christmas, and it's like a Christmas storybook.
oh, that's cool.
yeah, really cool. So I am taking Die Hard.
Very good pick.
And Jesse, if you're listening, suck it.
I'm glad you got that one.
I agree.
Suck it.
That's one of the ones that I'm like wishy-washy on. That's one of the direct quote that I said this, but it's snowing out, and people can say it's at Christmas, but the defense of it, I think, is
I got
very
a lot
good.
to. I can read some quotes if you want.
I'm surprised
agree
people
with that.
don't think it is.
yeah.
Yeah, I think
Just
it's one of
because
the
it's an action
rare.
movie?
I think it's one of the rare, like it's a very rare like action Christmas movie.
Yeah, I think it's because
That genre
people
doesn't
love
come-
it so much as like an action movie. It almost feels like they're lessening it by saying it's a Christmas movie, but that's not the case. It's
No,
great.
not at all.
You know what else hurts it? The sequels.
The sequels definitely hurt it.
Yeah.
I don't know what
Because-
they're thinking.
Yeah,
Die Hard 2 is pretty.
Do the sequels not take place on a holiday?
They're just not good.
Second one.
The third one's fantastic.
One of
Die
them-
Hard Where the Vengeance is great. That's
Okay.
like in the summer. That's in New York in the summer. That's Jeff's favorite one, which he quotes a lot.
one of them with I forget the guy's name. He's from like Dodgeball and
Oh, I know Justin Long, right?
Unaccepted. Yes, and like John McClane launches a police cruiser at a helicopter
Yeah.
by putting something on the gas pedal and sending it off of like a little like toll booth
So
thing.
that movie walked so Fast and Furious could
Yeah.
fly.
But like the whole thing that makes the first one great is that he's just like a regular guy who's like constantly getting his ass
Yeah,
kicked.
you didn't
And
need
now
the-
he's
you
like a
didn't need the special
superhero.
effects and all that crazy
Yeah.
shit.
And the writing doesn't get better than that first one.
Oh my god, so good.
So
The whole him and Han scene.
yes,
Oh my god, this is
We
great.
also had Alan Rickman too. They peaked with the villains right away.
Oh yeah, villain Hall of Fame for sure.
R.I.P. Alan Rickman. All right,
Okay, well now what am I gonna do? All right,
coming back around.
yeah, I'm gonna take A Muppet Family Christmas.
Damn it!
Okay.
Do you have that
Damn
exact
it.
one?
Yes.
Oh
Wait,
my
wait,
god,
wait.
I'm so glad
Okay,
I took
all
it.
right, all right.
Oh.
Okay, we're fine.
Oh my god, I would have lost my mind if someone took a Muppet.
Damn it!
It's one of my favorite Christmas movies. Kermit and his friends spend Christmas at a surprise visit to Fozzie Bear's mother's farmhouse. It's got... What's happening over here? Sorry, Ryan was just signaling for more alcohol.
My butler.
It's one of the very few Muppet productions to feature the Muppets associated with all four of the major Muppet franchises as a crossover. So it's got all the Muppets, Sesame Street, Fraggle Rock, and Muppet Babies. It's fantastic. You can't get it anywhere because of rights, because of all the different intertwining.
Is it not on Disney Plus?
No, and they have everything. It's because of, like, they don't share affiliation anymore with, like, Sesame Street and the Fraggle, so
Fraggle
they can't
Rock
air it.
and
Fraggle Rock's a real thing?
Yeah.
Well, it was a puppet show, but what's the other? The Dark Crystal as well, right? Is the Dark Crystal not? Well, I forget
That
if
was
that's
Jim
what- that's-
Henson, but
yeah.
I don't know. But like because the rights are all messed up, like you can't. Even I have the DVD of it, which I will remember the day I found it. Remember the FYE down like at your eye? I was just walking to the register because I used to just go and buy DVDs like crazy, and it was like a beacon, like a light shining on this like DVD of a Muppet
Just
Family
one
Christmas
copy?
Day. One copy, and it was like $14, and I bought it. I looked on Amazon just to see like what it goes for. $84.99 was what I saw on Amazon.
Holy
Because you
shit.
can't get it. And
Did you buy it?
No, I have it. I already had it.
Oh, okay.
That's still
But
excessive.
even the version I have, there's like parts cut out of it that I remember from like when we taped it like off TV when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Because like they can't show it. It's so
of all the-
bizarre. Yeah, it's so
the
weird.
rights.
like certain characters? Or?
Yeah, or like certain scenes they can't show. It's so weird, but it's such a funny like we watch it so much. I love it.
That's a good
Great.
pick.
Good
I did not
pick.
have that on my list.
Mattress?
So I'm gonna keep the Muppet theme going. Muppet Christmas Carol is mine. It's the first Muppet movie. It's the first Muppet movie that I ever watched, and essentially planted the seed for my love for the Muppets. I've only seen a Muppet Family Christmas like maybe once.
Yeah.
I'm probably not even all the way through.
should do a
I just-
viewing.
If I had seen it again, I probably would remember like bits and pieces. of it,
Right.
But I would love
Same.
to. I would love to watch that again. But I need your copy. We need to
Yeah.
digitize that.
We need to get that on Netflix immediately.
Oh, yes.
I went to actually look on Amazon to see if I'm like maybe I can just buy it.
Has it
so-
gone down in price at all? Have you looked recently?
I looked the other day just to see like what the
Still, huh?
DVD costed, but I was like, maybe I can just buy it and I'll just have it on here. I'll pay $20 for this to just have on every TV in my house, and you can't,
Right.
you can't even. It's not an option.
It's crazy. There's
insane.
just some of those movies that are just lost in limbo, and no one cares enough to make them. I'm surprised that Disney doesn't just like, oh,
Yeah.
that's ours, like because
I
they
think
have
Muppets
everything.
would
They
be-
literally have all the
Yeah.
Muppet Show on Disney.
Except
Plus now, too.
except Muppet Babies, they have that weird creepy version of Muppet Babies.
You're right.
They don't have,
Yeah, don't hate that. Don't like that at all.
no.
Muppet Christmas Carol was my first Muppet movie. Introduced me to the Muppets, really. It is also the first one that they did without Jim Henson. Brian, his son, directed it. And I forget what was the guy named. So the guy who took over for Jim Henson to do Kermit, right here, Steve Whitmer, he says that he got Jim Henson's blessing to play Kermit in a dream.
Oh.
So, but also he was his understudy anyway for most of
I
the
don't
stuff
think that's
they
how
did.
blessings work.
So he was also a very unique guy. It's a great movie starring the wonderful Michael Caine, and he's one of the only humans. And this is also the first one where they started mixing humans into their movies. Michael Caine had issues on set in London because when you're working with Muppets, and this is the first one they did with humans, real life humans, you have to play elevated above the Muppets and the people who are acting, and he had issues like staying on the platforms while they were acting.
I read,
that was a funny little
because this was on my list in case a Muppet Family Christmas got taken somehow. I read that he told them that he was going to play the movie like he was working with the Royal Shakespeare Company.
Yes. Very funny. He his real name is mentioned in the movie on one of the shops. Michael Caine's real name or his given name is Maurice Micklewhite. And there's like a shop that says Micklewhites.
That's much more interesting than Michael Caine.
Yeah. There's also a nice little nod to Jim Henson at the beginning of the movie. During one of the songs, Kermit looks up at a shooting star, like kind of like subtly.
That song gets stuck in my head all the time. That Kermit
cool. I didn't know
song,
that.
like it feels like Christmas. Whatever, all the time stuck in my head.
So yeah, great movie, love it. It was also I love the scene where Kermit. I think it's right at the beginning when Kermit's like walking towards the camera and you see like full Kermit. And, like
it's always so weird when they're like, you can see their legs.
Yeah, like the knees and everything. Yeah, it's very strange, but I like that. It's very endearing for those movies. Anyway, so yeah.
Good pick.
The Charles Dickens classic.
So I'm out of Muppet movies. I can't pick Muppet Treasure Island.
I don't.
That's my favorite one, but it's not a Christmas movie. Whoa, they do this.
Where's the word Christmas?
So I am going to go with a 2005 comedy. I think it was rated PG-13. I don't know, but Just Friends, starring
Jeff loves Just Friends.
Ryan Reynolds, Amy Smart, Anna Faris, and Chris Klein. This movie is so, like, every minute of this movie to me is so funny. It's, Ryan Reynolds has this best friend who's a girl in high school. He's fat, but he's like goofy, but he's in love with her. He doesn't know how to say it to her, and he gets made fun of. So he leaves and like becomes this hot shot and goes to Hollywood, loses all this weight, and has to come back home for Christmas. And so like to impress her, like he does all this stuff. He just like falls back into his old ways of like being her puppet, basically. And then the like one of my favorite parts is, so he has his rival in the movie is Chris Klein, and he's so funny as Dusty Dinkelman. And when he when the other shoe drops on the character, he's just like a fucking scumbag. And he's singing the song or something like that. He's just like sticking his tongue out and just being a dirtbag, like behind Amy Smart's back at Ryan Reynolds. It's so funny. He's like just trying to be this, vanilla nice guy to win. You know what I mean? Win Amy Smart's character's heart over. Is hilarious. And then you have the Anna Faris.
She's great in it.
Character who's like a famous actress who tries to be a singer, but she's terrible. And she like follows Ryan Reynolds home for Christmas, and her brother, like his brother, is obsessed with her. Sorry, I'm sort of just rambling, but it takes place like around Christmas. I can't remember. Like I'm guessing.
I think it is at Christmas because
he burns down her
the Christmas
family's
display.
Christmas display, which is another hilarious part of it. And the good guy wins in the end. And like the part where she wants to go see like that some corny Christmas movie, and like he stops trying to be like his impress her as a hot shot. And he's like, I'm gonna be the biggest pussy you've ever seen.
He asked her to go see The Notebook.
Yes, that
and she
was
was like,
it.
you want to see this? Yeah.
And so he reverts back to his old ways.
We watched it the other day because, like I mentioned,
Jeff loves it.
Yeah,
that is a big time.
Jeff didn't even ask
movie.
my question. He just didn't ask. He just put it on, and I'm like, okay, I guess we're watching Just Friends.
I like, it's obviously a Christmas movie, but I did some research, like trying to look up my favorite Christmas movies, and I saw that I'm there, like I have to get this one on my list because that's another one, like I could watch that anytime.
The lady that whoever plays his mom. She's in a bunch of stuff. She's so funny.
She's so funny. She's just like the nicest woman.
Mm-hmm.
She reminds me of my Auntie Elaine. Like that's my Auntie Elaine, like just the nicest woman in the world. Never yells, never swears. She's always quiet. So that reminds me of my aunt. But yes, that actress is great in that part too. And his relationship with his brother is hilarious because like he doesn't give a shit that he's a this Hollywood hotshot. He's still his big brother, still gonna bust his balls. So yeah, Just Friends, third round pick.
Good pick. Get back to back.
Anybody else have that on their list?
I did not.
Damn it.
No.
Could have saved it.
Yeah.
All right, for my third round pick, I'm gonna go with The Night Before.
Oh,
Is that the
Seth
one?
Rogen?
Yeah.
Yeah, 2015. Seth Rogen, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Anthony Mackie, Liz Kaplan, Jillian Bell, Mindy Kaling, Alana Glazer, James Franco, Michael Shannon. It's a fantastic cast.
I've never seen it.
Very, very funny. And it's cool. It's like I don't know if Seth Rogen and Joseph Gordon-Levitt are like really. I assume they're just really good friends because they're in a couple movies together where they play like best friends. But it's Seth Rogen, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, and Anthony Mackie. They're like three best friends, and they always spend like the night before Christmas together. And then one of them is like about to become a dad, like have a baby. So they realize that like, oh, that we're not just gonna be able to like do whatever we want anymore. Like family's gonna come first. So then they go in search of like this like hollowed like party in New York City. It's like a Nutcracker gala or whatever that like only like elite people can get into. But it's very funny. It's a bunch of like, you know, funny like hijinks type stuff. But I like Seth Rogen comedy. So if you don't like his comedy, you're not gonna like it. But
That was one where I was like going through the list of Christmas movies, and I saw that on there. I'm like, wow, this one really slipped through the cracks on me. But I'll try to watch that this week.
it's weird. It didn't get a lot of. I feel like it never got super popular.
Right.
But I think it's gonna be one of those movies, especially if you like Seth Rogen's brand of humor, that like it'll not become like a cult classic, but kind of similar. So I'm gonna go with The Night Before, and then first pick of round 4, I'm gonna go with Elf.
Oh, okay. I'm surprised that one lasted
Yeah, I
that
thought you
long.
guys were going to pick that first.
It's just it's a solid movie.
Yeah.
It's just really, really funny. Obviously, this kind of Will Ferrell's like coming out party for a leading role. Like before this, he was
Old school.
Old School is after this, I think.
Is it?
Yeah. So he was in. No. You're right. Old School was right before it. But like, I feel like he was in a lot of like SNL type movies. But he was in Zoolander, so he played Mugatu. But he was in, The Ladies' Man. He was in Austin Powers. So he had those side roles, but never was a leading man in like a PG movie, which I think is much harder to do than say a PG-13 or rated R, like an Old School movie. Mm-hmm. Like the adult audiences will go see Old School, a movie like Old School, as opposed to if you're going to be a PG leading man, it needs to be a quality movie. I just think it's a great movie. And it obviously is a Christmas movie. Reminds me of Christmas. And there's actually a Netflix series. I forgot. I think it's called The Movies That Made Us. And they do, so it's like 5 seasons. But I watched the one on Elf the other day. And it was just cool. Like they go through how it was made. Yeah. Like how they picked Will Ferrell. How they got Gary Marshall like to direct it. All this stuff. It was really cool. No, wait. Did he?
John Favreau directed it, right?
John Favreau.
Yeah.
I also watched the one in Pretty Woman, which Gary Marshall directed. But yeah, it's really cool in how they, like throughout production, they didn't know like how popular it was going to be, a bunch of script rewrites, and then it ends up making like a ton of money and is obviously like a huge cult classic, especially around the holidays.
Classic Christmas movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, now it's a staple.
Oh,
Yeah.
100%.
And it's another one that you can watch with like anyone.
Yeah.
It's like a family-friendly one.
It is, which is kind of nice.
Bob Newhart, James Caan.
James
Ed
Caan
Asner.
is so funny that James
What?
Caan is in
Ed
this movie.
Asner.
Ed Asner, yep.
Mary Steenburgen, also once again with Will Ferrell in a movie.
Yep. I wonder if they're pals.
Zoe Deschanel, Peter Dinklage.
Peter Dinklage. Yeah. Great supporting cast.
Okay. Sorry, I'm just pulling up my 4th round pick.
Don't you dare. Don't you dare do it.
So this is a recent one with a stunning, with an awesome cast. Office Christmas Party.
That's a good one.
Office Christmas Party. Jason Bateman, Olivia Munn, T.J. Miller, Jennifer Aniston, Kate McKinnon, Rob Corddry, Jillian Bell, like this Randall Park, Sam Richardson. Like this cast is just loaded with very, very funny people. And it was just like, I thought it was are there other movies like this? Is there another Christmas movie like this where it's just like an Office Christmas Party that's just an absolute blowout of a party? I don't even know. I can't even remember like what the conflict of the movie is because I was just so enamored.
I've only seen it once. I feel like it had to do with her trying to like either sell the company
something
or
like that. and Jason
Fire
Bateman's trying to
people or
save
something.
it.
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that. But this movie, like I thought this movie was so hilarious. And the cast is what does it for me. This was one of those movies I actually thought, because you guys watched that. I didn't watch it, but Silicon Valley with TJ Miller. I thought like this was going to be his, like, launch him into, you know, your sort of leading funny man.
I think he's difficult to work with.
But then that happened, and I don't think it. You know, he didn't.
Yeah.
He didn't do that. But I love Jason Bateman. I love his brand of comedy.
He's so funny.
He's very
Just
like
dry.
Yes, very dry. And I just closed it, but I don't know if he wrote it or anything. But it feels like either when he gets cast in something, it's either he did it or it was for him. You know what I mean? Like it's his sense of humor is very specific, but it works. And like it works in Ozark, which is not a comedy, but like he still gets funny moments in there just because of
Just the way he handles certain situations.
right.
Yeah.
And his reactions to things are very funny. Yeah. So Office Christmas Party.
It's a good pick.
Very good. I'm going with another classic story redone. This one with Jim Carrey, starring.
Oh, yep.
Starring Jim Carrey and director Ron Howard. It's How the Grinch Stole Christmas, the remake of the classic book, and then animated special / movie. I remember this being the first thing I realized, like, as a remake. Like, oh, I know the animated one, and now this one with Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey kills it. It's probably one of his greatest roles.
He's so good.
He's awesome in it. And
Just like the facial expressions and everything that he can pull off is very impressive.
Yeah, the whole thing, like the scenes where he's in his like lair, like by himself, just like doing his thing is like so good. And like I would love to know. I was looking trying to see like how much was like improv him. I'm sure there's a lot of it, but there was no like definitive
I think
answer.
I read one where it was, where he pulls like the sheet out.
Yeah.
That he actually did it on the first try, and that's why he went back and knocked everything off.
Yeah. He meant to like make it messy, and he pulled it, and it was perfect the first time, and then he just like knocked it all over the place.
That's awesome.
I think Eddie Murray was supposed to be Eddie Murphy and Jack Nicholson both auditioned to be
Really?
the Grinch.
That would have been interesting.
Yeah. The Grinch makeup took 8.5 hours to put on, and he had to do it. He had to do it 100 times for the movie.
Oh my God.
They brought in a CIA operative to help him cope with having all of it on because he said it felt like he was being buried alive while he was wearing it, and so they had to bring in a CIA guy to train him how to deal with being tortured.
My
like
God.
someone that dealt with
Jesus.
Yeah.
Play a character?
To play a character. But
He's perfect as the Grinch.
He's so
though.
funny.
Yeah. It's very funny. It's super over the top. It almost like in his motions and everything, it almost makes it feel like it's animated, like the way he is.
Just like the way he hunches and all that. Yeah.
And I put that one, that was right next to Elf on my list. Like that is one of those movies, like that is the staple Christmas movie for me. Is How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
It's a great cast too.
Taylor Momsen.
I mean, that wasn't the first person I was thinking of.
Don't get started.
The Grinch. Jim Carrey, obviously. Who else? There's
Steve Barinsky.
Yes.
Jeffrey Tambor.
Yes.
Miley Shannon.
Yes. Yep.
Anthony Hopkins narrates.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Clint Howard.
Of course.
Ron Howard's brother. All right.
Most notably known for
Montaigne.
his role in Waterboy.
They're on the Howard brothers wrote a book, and they're like on a book tour together.
Is it good?
I don't know. I mean, I didn't read the book, but I can't imagine that people want to hear from Clint Howard or Ron Howard. You know what I mean?
I don't care. I don't care what's happened to him.
Anyway, that's my fourth pick.
Right, Justine,
Okay,
back to
my
backs.
fourth pick is my favorite Christmas movie, which is White Christmas, which I'm assuming none of you have seen.
We're not on my list.
Yeah. It's from 1954.
That's why.
A successful song and dance team become romantically involved with a sister act and team up to save the failing Vermont Inn of their former commanding general at Christmas time. It's with Bing Crosby, Danny Kaye, Rosemary Clooney, and Vera Ellen. Obviously, I'm assuming you guys know who Bing Crosby is.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm sure you know this just from Christmas Vacation when he goes, it's going to be the whitest Christmas since Bing Crosby tap danced with Danny fucking Kaye.
Yes.
Yep. It's fantastic. It's obviously a movie musical. We've watched it forever, like since we were kids. Rosemary Clooney is George Clooney's aunt.
Really?
Sure, wondering,
I was going to ask.
She was a big name back then. Great singer. And then Vera Ellen was probably like one of the best dancers to ever live. She was fantastic. All songs are written by Irving Berlin. White Christmas, obviously, not written for this movie. He wrote it like earlier, but it was kind of Bing Crosby made it popular, and then they used it again for this movie. A lot of fun people in it that you don't realize. And do you guys know who George Takiris is? He was Bernardo in West Side Story.
Definitely
He's
not.
in this. He's like a famous dancer, and he's in this like in the background as a background dancer. Like it's so old that like there are people in it that you kind of don't realize who become
Got famous
like
afterwards.
yeah, like who he won like an Oscar for
Oh, wow.
for West Side Story, but I think he did. I hope that's not a whoopsie. But he's like just a background dancer in like Rosemary Clooney's show here. Bob Fosse was an uncredited choreographer who was the one who did like Cabaret and all that jazz and stuff. He's famous. Fosse.
Other than
Yep.
Birdcage.
Yes, exactly.
Every time I think of Bing Crosby, I just think of Family Guy when he's like drinking a like thing of whiskey, and it's like Bing Crosby as a dad, and he's like, "Come over here, I'll hit you with a sack of arm." He's just like this like 1950s dad that just like beats his kids. It's like, why is that Bing Crosby?
But yeah, it's great. If you have a chance to check it out.
Maybe I will. Maybe I'll watch it this week.
You should. It's on Netflix, I think. I'm
sure I
yeah,
can find
it
it.
always is.
I'll pay
so.
for it. I don't care.
Yeah. No, I mean, I have it if you need to watch it, but it's on Netflix, I think. And now I don't know what I'm going to do for my last pick.
Well, take your time.
I can confidently say that my last pick will not be taken.
Yeah, I don't think.
I have so many left, so.
No, it won't be. I can guarantee. I mean, maybe, but probably not.
All right, I think I'm going to go the rom-com route, and I'm going to go The Holiday.
Oh.
The holiday.
Why'd you just say, oh?
I have it.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Two women troubled with guy problems swap homes in each other's countries where they each meet a local guy and fall in love. Directed and written by Nancy Meyers, Cameron Diaz, Kate Winslet, Jude Law, Jack Black, Eli Wallach, Edward Burns, and Rufus Sewell.
I like him.
Do you?
I do. He was in that movie, The Father. You see that with Anthony Hopkins?
I did not.
And I forgot the woman's name, but he was very good. He's a very good actor.
This movie basically invented Airbnb. I think it happened before Airbnb was a thing. And
06, right?
yeah, they just swapped homes. It's really delightful. So you got like two stories. You got the Kate Winslet with Jack Black in L.A. She's from England. And then you got Cameron Diaz with Jude Law back in England. She's from L.A. And then Eli Wallach plays this adorable, adorable old man in it. It's got like
Eli Wallach. How old was he when this was made?
he was old.
Yeah.
He was in the death
He
pool.
was up there. He was.
Death.
Remember?
Yes, I remember. He killed a lot of people.
And then there's like a whole Hollywood aspect because he's like basically an old Hollywood like writer and stuff. It's really fun. It's a delightful little movie.
So Holly won't really. She's seen it, but she hates with a passion Cameron Diaz.
Does she?
Hates her.
Holly hates some weird people with passions.
Yeah, and there's no talking.
And I feel like there's no real reasons
no,
why.
there's not, and I can't talk her out of it. She's so stubborn. So
But does she like Kate Winslet? Will that override the Cameron
I
Diaz?
don't think so. No. That's it. That's a deal breaker. Cameron, you don't like Cameron Diaz either.
Yeah, I don't like Cameron Diaz.
Yeah. What's your reason?
I don't
know.
Not like.
I just
Cameron
never.
Diaz.
I never really
Fine.
liked any of her
fine.
roles. Yeah.
Even The Mask?
Even though. Thank
Yeah.
you.
No.
Charlie's Angels,
Especially. No, not really. Drew Barrymore.
sweetest
What
thing.
about their favorite movie, What Happens in Vegas?
That's a good movie.
That is a
Yeah,
good
it's a funny movie.
I have
but
to
don't
say,
know.
I know this is off topic, but I cannot believe that neither of you picked that for movies you wish you could see again because you watched that
So many
times in college.
I think I've seen it so many times.
Oh my
I've
God!
seen
Every
it
time I
enough.
walked
Yeah.
into that house, I was like, "This movie is on again."
Always on.
I think my favorite movie with her is Me, Myself, and Irene. Right? Is that-
That's Zellweger.
That's Renee
sorry.
Zellweger.
Who is?
You're
what's-
thinking of something about Mary.
something about Mary?
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you could have really put anyone in that role.
I don't think you could have.
What?
And there's something about Mary.
Yeah.
No,
I think maybe that's my feeling on
she
it.
had
Maybe
to be. She had to be like.
She had to be pretty, but
No, she had to be just like. Have that kind of Cameron Diaz energy.
Spunky,
What
yeah.
about My Best Friend's Wedding? Have you ever seen My Best Friend's Wedding?
she was
Well,
very good
why
at
is she
that,
out of
too.
act? She quit acting, right? She retired.
She's starting a
And,
family.
yeah, she's taking a
She
break.
went the
She's married to
Okay,
the guy
I think of
from
his name.
Good Charlotte,
Joel Madden.
Benji Madden.
Benji Madden. Knew it was one of them. Who's the guy who just got punched in the face? He was in Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Rick
Rick
Moranis.
Moranis?
Yeah. Yeah, he got
Think
punched
she
in the
was
face.
married
Did
to
you see
her?
that?
Yeah, I want to know how you got from.
Because he also quit acting to start
Okay.
his family.
Okay.
Rick Moranis and
She married Rick Moranis.
Cameron Diaz.
What a pair.
Hollywood sweetheart. Oh man, I do like The Holiday a lot though. That's a good pick. just like Nancy Meyers does Christmas.
Yeah,
It's like she
love
puts
Nancy
a little
Meyers.
twist.
Yeah.
All right, Matt, what do you got?
Here we go. I'm pulling this one. There's a lot of other Christmas movies that are much better than this movie. I'll start with that. But this one is one of a childhood favorite of me and my brothers, and we loved all of this guy's movies. He did.
Oh, I know what it is.
He did a bunch of movies. He also voiced Slinky Dog in Toy Story. It's Ernest Saves Christmas.
Oh God.
The Ernest
Fucking
movies.
love those movies. Ernest Goes to Camp. Ernest Scared Stupid.
That one's
Ernest Goes to
legitimately
Jail.
scary.
Ernest Rides Again. All great movies.
I do love those
his
movies.
career is such a weird thing.
It's like Pee Wee Herman, kind of.
Yeah, I mean, well, Pee Wee Herman had like the show, and then obviously his movie was. He did 2 movies, but or at least 2 movies.
Masturbating in a movie theater.
Right, super famous. But Jim Varney kind of like, well, he died in 2000. First of all, he was only 50 years old, but like he had like little bits on TV shows that never went anywhere, and then all of a sudden he was. And I don't know how popular these movies were at the time, but they
everybody
still,
our age knows the Ernest movie.
right.
Yeah.
They were popular, and they were great home video. The home video market was great. I had all these movies. So yeah, Ernest Saves Christmas is a great one, and also like a very similar like theme to A Nightmare Before Christmas. It's like kind of his fault that Christmas is getting fucked up anyway, but he's gonna save it. So
I've never seen it.
never seen it? It's good.
No,
a very
something about
particular-
him didn't sit right with me.
He's a very weird
Same
guy.
thing with I never seen any of the Pee Wee Herman stuff either. Because once again, I was like,
Jim Varney has a lot of the Jim Carrey energy.
Yeah.
In a lot of the stuff he does, but a lot of it is in his like face and his mouth, which is strange. He's a weird guy. He can be very off-putting. I could see that.
Yes.
So
Especially for children.
yes. Ernest Saves Christmas.
So mine is similar to Matt's in that it's not on anybody else's list, and there are a lot other better Christmas movies out there. But this is one that I make it a point. I watch it every year, ever since I started watching this show. It's a show, but this is like their Christmas special, and it's a movie, but I think it's like 45 minutes long. Matt and Ryan and I watched it the other day. It's the Trailer Park Boys Christmas special. First of all, like any listeners of the show know how much I love the Trailer Park Boys. There's 13 seasons of Trailer Park Boys, and like they did live shows and 2 seasons of an animated show. They do like, Trailer Park Boys go to Europe, Trailer Park Boys in the United States, like special seasons. And so years ago, and it was still like, it's cool because it's like a staple from Netflix, from the beginning of Netflix. And you can see as the seasons go on and the specials go on, you can see like the production value getting better. And like while the later seasons with the the HD cameras and stuff they're really funny, I love the early seasons where it's just like a shitty camera and it just feels so real. And they came out with the special a few years after they like started their run, so you knew the characters. But this is like, it's like a prequel to their hijinks in the park. So Mr. Leahy's the trailer park supervisor, the resident drunk. And in the show, they always talk about him, how he, used to be a cop. Well, in this, he is still a cop, and he's not a drunk. And you'll get to see like that domino fall, and you get in like his, assistant / lover Randy. Like you get to see how he gets brought into rolled into the show, and like throughout the show, Ricky has this car, and it's a piece of shit. And in this episode, you get to see how it becomes, like in this special, you see how it becomes a piece of shit. There's like a bunch of other stuff like that. And it's so hilarious. And, I'll agree with Ryan. Like Ryan is in and out on Trailer Park Boys. But Mr. Leahy, like this actor, John Dunsworth, he died a few years ago, but like did not drink. He did not drink. But you'll never find a better performance of somebody being drunk.
It's
than this guy. It's unbelievable.
This is
It's so real.
Yeah.
It's insane.
I've watched a good amount of Trailer Park Boys. This is the hardest I've laughed watching.
Yeah. So I don't know if you want to.
Yeah. I'll bet.
You want to help me win a contest, little elf? Sure. Starts with a little drinky pool. You're fucked, Mr. Leahy. Couple of drinks, Randy.
He's shit-faced.
Just like things like that, though, you can't get your balance type thing. Like,
Yeah.
you've seen it. Everyone's been, not to that degree, but, it's just so good.
It is. And you see like the three main characters, like you see like what at the end of the episode, what like really holds them together. One of the characters, Bubbles, is like, his family abandons him when he's a kid, and you find out why in this. And it's like a nice moment between the three characters. But it's like a really good, for me, a beginning story. And I laugh every time, and I love it. I think it's hysterical. I love the part, like the first time I saw this, I was like, stoned, and I was watching the part, and I was really familiar with Mr. Leahy, and it was the part he was sober, and it's the part where like it's between him and his wife are still together in this, and they're not together. She owns the trailer park, and her name's Barb, and it goes back and forth between the two of them. She's like, Jim, around Christmas time, he gets this time of year, starts thinking about the liquor like clockwork, and then super casual, he's like making a gingerbread house or something, and he's like, what's the problem with having a couple drinks at Christmas time? I'm not an alcoholic. And just the way he says it, and if you know the character, it just makes it that much better. Barb says I could have a couple of drinks at Christmas time. Why not? I deserve it. I'm not an alcoholic.
Because the special came out while the show was on, right?
Yeah.
It wasn't like first. So
Right.
you already knew these characters like present day.
Yeah.
And then they kind of went back and showed you the beginnings of it.
Right.
It was very funny.
Very
I
good
thought.
pick.
So that's it. I can talk about this 45-minute Christmas special all day, but it's very funny.
All right. The irrelevant pick. Last pick. I'm going to go with Deck the Halls.
Interesting.
Matthew Broderick,
Justine has so many other movies on her list.
So-
She's like,
I have so many.
Danny DeVito,
Deck the halls.
Kristen Chenoweth,
I love Kristen
Kristen
Chenoweth.
Davis, and a young Jorge Garcia, also known as Hugo.
Oh, okay. You mean the main character in Lost?
Yes. Yes. Everyone knows. It's all about Hugo. I don't know. I mean,
keep your eye
I
on
got 3
Hugo.
movies left here. I picked this one. It's funny.
It's a ringing endorsement.
I know.
No, it's funny. I've seen it.
It's a
I've
fun,
never
it's a
seen
funny
it.
movie, but it's like that. It's kind of like that classic. Like I feel like especially starting in like the 90s or the 2000s, it was all about like a Christmas movie had to take place. Well, I guess Christmas Vacation too, but had to take place in a neighborhood, and you had to be in an argument with your neighbors. It was like
Those are all the best ones.
Deck the
though.
Halls,
Oh,
like Christmas with
for
the
the most
Cranks is like a very similar type movie. Where
That's
it's
the one
about-
with Matthew Broderick.
Deck the
right?
Halls is Matthew
Oh,
Broderick. Christmas with the Cranks
just
is
said
Tim Allen.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But it's funny. You can watch it. I don't know.
That's a
I did-
ringing endorsement.
My
You
last 3, all
What
the
are,
other
your,
ones I
well,
picked.
what are your other ones? Because
Christmas
we're
with
doing
the-
honorable mentions now.
Ebert and
right?
Ropert's review this week.
Yeah.
You can watch
You
it.
can watch
It's
it.
good.
So I
That's all
had
right.
Christmas with the Cranks on there, which is Chris Columbus actually wrote that too.
Wow, the king of
Tim
Christmas.
Allen,
Yeah.
Jamie Lee Curtis, Dan Aykroyd. Again, it's like Tim Allen and Jamie Lee Curtis don't like Christmas. I'm trying to remember it. I've only seen it once, but
And they call it the Cranks because they're like cranky.
yeah. And Dan Aykroyd is like, I think you in the movie like they
Isn't
win
their
like,
last name Crank?
yeah,
Yeah, but like I'm
but
thinking
they're
like,
cranky.
Yeah.
but
And like they do like the best neighborhood, like
Oh,
neighborhood
yeah.
as a whole, and like they don't want to decorate and
Mm-hmm.
that bullshit. And then my other one was The Family Stone, which is a very sad movie.
it's really depressing.
I do like it. I don't know. It's a great cast.
Never seen it.
Really?
Never seen it.
Very good cast. Dermot Mulroney.
Who's
or
that?
Dylan McDermott.
Is it?
No, I'm kidding.
Oh, okay.
That was the SNL sketch.
Yes. They're so similar.
Oh yeah.
Rachel
I
McAdams,
remember
Claire
that.
Danes, Diane Keaton, Craig T. Nelson. Watch it.
You seem passionate about the Family Stone. I'm surprised that was your last
yeah,
pick.
but it's so sad.
It is sad.
I can't include it on my
So
list.
we're not about the sad movies.
No, I am, but
Those
not
are
around
other-
Christmas time.
were
Those
those
are my other 2, yeah.
Justine, I'm gonna let you take the wheel.
No,
on
I
the-
feel like you guys have to take the honorable mention wheel because I have some
Yeah.
weird ones.
I
There's
have
no way we have what you have.
so.
Yeah, I've got like some basic ones that you guys probably have, but then I've got some real.
Yeah.
one that I really wanted to get on my list, but I couldn't because I wanted to get Ernest in was A Christmas Story, which is like a
I've never
a
seen A
very
Christmas
classic
Story.
one. Really?
It's on
neither.
24 hours
Hey.
Christmas Day on
just
Me
not
neither.
interested.
That is one of those
Me neither.
movies that if you
Forgive me,
watch that
Father.
movie, you will understand so many references and
Right.
so many things. Like Family Guy
Pop
does
culture
it
just took-
constantly.
Is that the one where it's like you're gonna shoot your eye out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got
I've seen it then.
Doesn't sound like you have.
I've got Jack Frost. You guys know that one?
Very sad.
Michael Keaton
Yeah.
on there.
Jesus.
What? You don't
I
know-
think that's really sad. Yeah.
It's a very sad.
Well, I like that one.
You got
'cause
Family
Michael
Stone
Keaton's in
over
it.
here. You got Jack Frost.
Hey, Family Stone is a
He's
good
a hockey
movie.
player, so that's why I watched it when
Of
I was
course.
a kid. Batman Returns, obviously.
Obviously.
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer and Frosty were my others.
I hate the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer and the Santa Claus is coming to town. Freak me out.
The claymation.
I love
hate
it.
The stop motion,
Oh,
the
stop motion,
claymation,
yeah.
whatever it is. That freaks me out. Heat Miser,
Mm-hmm.
that guy. I hate it. The Burgermeister, not a fan.
That was all I had though for my.
Yeah, that's all I had to.
Oh, really? All right. Well,
Here we
settle
go.
in.
Christine's gonna blow us up.
Everybody strap in.
I obviously have Love Actually on here, but
Yeah.
you know, I could take it or leave it sometimes. And I feel like as I get
I
older,
feel like you almost have to say it.
yeah. And then I've been watching it, and I'm like, this is kind of inappropriate. A lot of this is inappropriate. A lot of this is problematic.
Yeah.
What Alan Rickman does to poor Emma Thompson, I can't even.
Pretty messed
Rocco
up.
does a really funny impression of it though at the end.
I've seen the
When he-
video.
it's great. A Charlie Brown Christmas I really wanted to get to.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's a good
It's
one.
a great one. I watch that a lot because like I can just put it on for Jack, but then I like sit and watch it and he does not care.
I didn't even really think of Christmas specials like that
Mm-hmm.
either.
I have The Polar Express, which is Lisa Aceto's favorite Christmas movie. Always watching it.
Be around.
Almost like too much. That like I had the DVD and I think I'm just
It's
keep
not
it.
mine
Just
anymore.
keep it. I don't. I can't stand you asking me to borrow The Polar Express anymore. Miracle on 34th Street, the original, like the 1947 one with
Not the one
Natalie
with
Wood.
Matilda.
Not the one with Matilda.
Danny DeVito.
Just a delightful little story. That's fun. And then I have some interesting ones. So Meet Me in St. Louis, I'm assuming no one has seen.
Never even heard of it.
Nope, never heard of
It's
it.
always on the list of Christmas movies. I don't consider it a Christmas movie, but I had to mention it because, so basically it follows the life of this family like in 1904, St. Louis, right before the World's Fair is coming.
1904?
Yeah. It's with Judy.
Jesus.
It's set, like, it was filmed in 1944, but apparently
Oh,
it takes
okay.
place in 1904. Judy Garland's in it.
Yeah.
And so it goes over the whole year. So there is a Christmas section. And in that section is where she sings Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas, which was like where it started. Like it was written for the film.
Oh.
It's the best version of the song. It's my favorite Christmas song
Judy Garland
from
sings
her.
it?
Yeah.
Sings it?
It's such a sad version. Like it's so depressing. But because of considering like what's going on in the movie at the time. But I love it. My favorite one. But it's always on these lists of Christmas movies. I'm like, there's only like one section of this that's in Christmas, so I can't do it. Christmas Eve on Sesame Street, which I don't know if anyone has seen.
I have not.
But I've watched it again recently because it's on HBO. And it's just like Big Bird worries that Santa Claus can't fit down the chimney. And then there's a whole Gift of the Magi thing going on with Bert and Ernie and Cookie Monster's calling Santa. It's like really just a bunch of interwoven stories. It's really cute. And then there's like a bunch of figure skaters in it or something. But it's kind of delight. Kermit's in it. Back when I guess they all collaborated. I have Mr. Magu's Christmas Carol on here.
Whoa.
So we used to watch this all the time as kids because it was like animated. It was, A Christmas Carol is kind of heavy when you think of it. So it was a little more like kid friendly, and it was just Mr. Magoo set as Scrooge, and it's really funny because Christine got it for me on DVD a few years ago. It was like a joke. So now I watched it at Christmas, and I'm like, this is
Actually
interesting.
very good.
Yeah. Another thing that we usually watch at Christmas is the Nutcracker. Like, there's like a movie of the
Actual-
ballet,
Okay.
the like Mikhail Baryshnikov ballet, and we put it on usually when we're making cookies at Christine's house because she has that on DVD.
Is it sad?
It's the one from 93?
No, it's a ballet.
Oh.
No, the Nutcracker was from '77.
Okay.
And he was like obviously like the most famous. I don't know if you know. He's like the most famous ballet dancer ever. It's really fun to hear Jeff try and pronounce his name. And I just appreciate that he tries. Really.
That's all you can ask for.
Yeah, that's all I can ask for. And another thing I like to watch is the Radio City Rockettes Christmas show, which usually is on Netflix, but I don't see it anymore. But it's just their like Christmas spectacular.
Fun.
Yeah.
Kicking.
Yep. Kicking. Their toy soldier one.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Very festive. Good picks, everybody.
Great picks.
Yeah.
Great draft.
Adam, do you want to get into your, you hinted at it, but your new segment,
Oh yeah. No, we don't have to do it. Like,
okay. I have a good one.
okay,
I've
if
got-
you wanna
I've
do
got
it.
some.
Okay, sorry. Well, for this one, I'll do a new idea for a segment. Is like, everybody's got those movies that are so popular, but you just haven't seen them for whatever reason. The segment's called "Forgive Me, Father" for Ives, and
I think we should
we
switch
say-
up father, though. I think we should, not to take the father's name in vain here. I
Okay.
think we should name like a movie person as that person.
Like Spielberg or something.
Yeah, like forgive me, I don't know.
Forgive
Who is that? Who is that? Like,
Forgive
movie
me, Leo.
person?
Oscar?
'cause I have sinned.
Yeah, Leo. What?
Tom
Forgive me,
Hanks.
Oscar.
Tom Hanks is a good one.
Like, for the Oscars.
Oh yeah, forgive me, Oscar, for I have sinned. I like
Okay,
that.
forgive me, Oscar, for I have sinned. I have never seen A Christmas Story. Never seen it.
Okay.
So I don't get all those references. I miss a lot. But maybe this year. Maybe this is the year. Who knows?
Does it have to be a Christmas themed?
No, I don't, it can be. It's just like that was a good one.
Yeah.
Can be something new every week.
Yeah. So Matt, what's yours?
Forgive me, Oscar, for I have sinned. I've never seen The Goonies.
Matt.
I
It's
know.
right up your alley.
I know.
I've
just
never-
It's just one of those
I-
things.
Oh my
I actually
gosh.
haven't
It's
either.
just one of those
Guys,
things.
it's so fun.
It just go
Never
by
seen
me.
it.
Right.
we
It's past the
have to do
point
it.
now.
We have to do a movie night. No, because it's so great. And,
And
I feel like you guys will all love it.
I'm exactly.
Well, if we don't
Andy
invite
from
Derek-
Parks and Rec, it's
Yeah.
like at this point I'm too afraid to
Yeah.
ask like about these references.
But I feel like you're kind of the target audience for it.
yeah, I mean I've
feel
been
like
told
you'd really
that.
enjoy
I
it.
just
Oh my God.
If we don't invite Derek to that, he might like disown us as friends.
Do you like that movie?
Yeah, he does.
very good. You guys have one you want to give? Or?
Yeah, I mean, forgive me, Oscar, for I have sinned. I've never seen A Nightmare Before Christmas.
I think instead of that being a segment, I think we should just every time we come up with something where we're talking about a movie, I could be like, "Forgive me, Oscar, for I have sinned." But instead of just saying I've never seen it, we just like give that
Yeah.
a little fun.
I like it.
All right. Forgive me, Oscar, for I've sinned. I have never seen Saving Private Ryan.
Whoa.
Oh,
I've seen parts of it, but war movies, I'm just not.
it's very
Doesn't do it for me.
gritty
Very
too.
sad.
Yeah. I'm like, I get. I'm like, I'm just not gonna enjoy this. I'm sure it's. I know it's probably great.
It is great, but it's not
But-
something you're gonna like be
I'm like, yeah.
uplifted as
Yeah.
you're watching. I like
Very
it.
good.
Cool.
Cool. All right. What have we been watching? Ryan, you want to kick it off?
I'll kick it off and I'll zip through. Yellowstone, still watching that. I think there's 1 or 2 episodes left in the season. It's been very good this year.
Oh shit! I forgot about last night's episode.
I haven't
Yeah.
seen the newest one.
Kind of it's been so the first couple scenes of the first episode of the season were hardcore. 'Cause
Oh,
it
yeah.
picked off right where last season ended,
I love that.
and now it's been more of like a slow burn.
Yeah.
Not a ton of action, which I don't hate because, and we talked about this yesterday. Yellowstone sometimes sacrifices plot for violence,
Yes.
where they'll just be like, "Well, we kind
old
of wrote
Sons of
ourselves into a
Anarchy.
corner. How about we just kill everyone, or have like a shootout or
It's
something?"
the old Sons of Anarchy crutch.
Yeah, which they haven't done that really that much this season, which I've appreciated. Last night's was very good. Succession.
Yes.
I know we talked about it last episode, but the finale happened.
No, not yet. I need one more
where
week.
are you?
I just finished
almost-
season 2.
Oh, okay.
Just finished
It
season
was-
2.
And
it
are
was
you all
great.
caught up?
Yes.
Season 3 was
Great finale.
was unbelievable. Great finale.
Ryan is right. It's a very difficult binge because like I think I watched like honestly like 5 or 6 episodes in one day though to get where I am, which was a lot, and what a show!
Yeah.
Oh my God, what a show! Actually, I'm watching it too. Obviously, Kendall Roy's birthday is Christmas Day.
I remember you said that.
Oh.
Christmas Day. Yeah, because I was like, Ryan said he's good in everything he's in, so I went to his
Yeah.
IMDb page to see what he's in, and he's December 25th.
Yeah.
So, and actually, it's funny you said that too, because I saw it was like a, you know how like on Instagram and stuff they do like fan castings for shit, and I saw a fan casting of him as like, what the fuck is his name? Sinestro in the Green Lantern Corps. I don't know how you say it, but I was like, oh, that would be interesting, but I don't think.
I think he's a little too. Yeah.
Yeah, he might be a little too method.
Also too small.
Yeah.
Like he's not a big guy. But like, so the season 2 finale is. Sorry,
No, talk about it. We've all seen it. So.
Yeah.
it's where like Kendall finally steps up to his dad, and like, I was hoping that it happened, but you see like just the smallest smile on Logan's face, like fuck.
Yeah.
All right, now I've got like
Almost like that he wanted it to happen. Like
Right.
He wanted Kendall to step up in a way.
right.
He's always just looking for an adversary, whether it's his child or
Right, like all right, now I've got a real adversary. Not this is a different version of my son than the one that went behind my back in season 1 and tried to fuck me.
Right.
Yeah. So I'm really excited to see where season 3
It's
goes.
funny because it's so intense, but like at the end of the day, like not much happens.
right,
No,
it's
But it gets you like I got like you get anxiety in some of these
Yes.
episodes, and you're
Yes.
like, the stakes really aren't that big. Like, why am I freaking out about this? But it's so good.
It's so well acted.
Yeah.
And the way they direct it too.
And
where
written,
it
like-
feels like the camera's just like swaying,
Yeah.
like the way they film it. I don't know.
It's all acting and writing. It's all acting and writing because there's no action sequences. There's no special effects. It's just acting and writing, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite character?
My favorite character. I don't know. It's tough to pick a favorite character. They're all kind of pieces of shit.
Yeah.
I love the idea of Logan Roy as like this monarch that's just a business machine 100% of the time. Will throw his kids to the wolves just for his business, even though it's his family business. He doesn't give a fuck.
No.
I like Kendall a lot, but he's so sad. He's such a sad character. I like Roman. He's funny, but like he's such a little prick. I hate Shiv. Hate her. I'd
like
say
Shiv.
my favorite part about the show is the relationship between Tom and Greg.
Yeah. Tom's the best.
Tom and
He
Greg.
really is.
Yeah.
He gets
But Tom
treated
is
like
so
shit.
sad when it's just him and Shiv because like
I know, because
he's
she
just
like
always
clearly
getting
wants
shit on.
Yeah. She's like, yeah, it's fine.
I love Connor too. Connor's really funny.
Yeah.
And I love how like there's no, to this point at least, Connor has no like greater ambitions. You know what I mean? He just sort of goes with it. He knows where he falls
Yeah.
in the pecking order.
Yeah.
So sorry to,
No,
Take
that's
your-
fine. I could talk about Succession all day.
Yeah,
I
so
love
good.
it.
but I'm gonna.
I love. Oh shit! It's a new season, but
I'll have it watched before the next record.
The
That's a
funny,
promise.
like,
it's a Bernardino guarantee.
it's not a spoiler. It's like when they're all talking and Connor's like, "I'm the firstborn."
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I'm the firstborn.
Well, there's a quote from when Shiv and like her mom are talking in I think it's not the finale, the one before.
Yeah.
And there's a quote that the mom says about Logan that perfectly sums up the whole
Yeah.
show, his relationship with like everyone, which I won't spoil.
Such
for
a
you.
piece of
It's
shit.
a very cool moment, but
I like Shiv. I like Greg.
I like Shiv. I like Tom.
Yeah.
I like Tom.
I like what's his name?
Shiv. Sometimes like I'm like dial it back a minute.
Yeah.
and,
It's
and
like
you'll be good. Like,
yeah.
right,
Just be cool.
yeah, right. Sometimes she gets a little.
Because I feel like
overskis.
she's got the brains for it, but she doesn't have the
Yes.
finesse.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Right. For sure.
I watched a lot of good movies actually. One of those good movies was Not Pig.
Not good.
Oh, is this the Nick
It got
Cage one
good
you were talking about?
reviews, though,
It was
didn't
so weird. I don't know what they were going for.
Yeah. I heard it was like John Wick, but with a pig, right?
Who told you that?
I don't know. That's what I read.
He has no like fighting skills.
Oh, so it's not that at all.
No, he's a recluse.
What
He
did you?
lives,
So did you think like the plot was like someone killed a pig?
Yes.
And like
his truffle pig.
So
That's what-
Nick
He's
Cage,
out for vengeance.
Yeah.
Nick Cage like lives in the woods by himself with this truffle pig.
Yep.
And the pig like digs up truffles. And I'm just gonna tell you the whole movie because I don't want you to
Okay.
watch it.
Thank you.
And he sells them to this like rich kid, who like his dad owns restaurants and stuff. So they want to do like foods with truffles in it. One night the pig gets taken. So Nicolas Cage tries to get it back, but he's been out of society for so long that like he doesn't have a car, he can't like get back into town and all this stuff. So he asks the rich kid who comes and sees him like once a week for help to get back in. You find out Nicolas Cage is actually this like award-winning chef that when his wife passed away, he like went crazy and moved to the woods. But there's all these scenes
Is that
where like
essential to the plot? Him being a chef?
kinda, I don't know, but like there's these scenes where like he's walking in and he's like, huge beard, like homeless people clothes, and they're like sitting at a table, and the rich kid's like, "Do you know who this is?" Like, and then the guy like looks at Nicolas Cage and then looks back and he's like, like he recognizes him, but it's like it's a chef. He's not like a ninja.
Right.
And then you find out the rich kid's dad is the one who took the pig. Because he was jealous, I guess. And now there's literally, Matt, there's back-to-back scenes where Nicolas Cage finds out it's the rich kid's dad who takes the pig.
Yeah.
And the dad says, "Look, I'll give you 20 grand for the pig and you like leave me alone." And Nicolas Cage is like, "No, like I need this pig." And the guy's like, if you ever step foot in my house again, I'm going to kill you and I'll kill the pig. The next scene is him and the son breaking into the house. All of a sudden, this like slow romantic music starts playing, and they're cooking dinner. And Nicolas Cage is like cooking like a broth and like has the son like try it. And then they go into the dad's office, and the son's like, "Dad, he cooked dinner for you." And the dad goes in and eats dinner, and it ended up that Nicolas Cage cooked him and his wife dinner a decade ago, and the guy starts crying, and it's like, I don't know what they were trying to do. Like they were definitely trying to get too artsy and there were so many
Missed.
holes. It was not.
I'm
good.
not gonna lie, you describing it makes me want to watch it.
Yeah.
It's worth it
I'm
if
good.
you have some time, but it was
That's
not
enough
good.
for me.
He's not bad in it. He really isn't bad, but he's also really not
I
doing
feel
much.
like any current Nicolas Cage movie, I'm not gonna watch.
Well, there's one coming up.
Oh, the new one though. Did you see the trailer for this?
No, which one?
He plays himself.
Oh, I remember when the news came out that this was happening.
It's him and the guy from Game of Thrones.
I'm gonna bring up the trailer.
There's a million guys from Game
Yeah,
of Thrones.
which one? There's like
It's,
the biggest
the-
cast.
Oh,
of all.
Oberyn. Oberyn
yeah,
Martell.
The Mandalorian.
So not even one of the main characters.
No, it's got the guy that was in one season.
What's the
Yeah.
name of that? What's the
Most
name
of one season.
Being unbearable weight of massive talent or something.
Yeah, something like that.
But Pig wasn't that good. On the other note, I watched a lot of good Netflix movies. The Harder They Fall, which is a Western with
Oh yeah, I
I
still
keep
haven't
meaning
seen
to
it.
watch
Jonathan Majors, Idris Elba, Regina King.
Ryan's
Yeah.
boyfriend, Jonathan Majors.
It was great.
And Matt's girlfriend, Regina King.
And I feel like
Lauren Graham in it.
she was not. It reminded me a lot of Django
close.
Unchained.
Okay.
The way the guy, what's his name? I can't remember who directed it, but the way he filmed it similar to how Tarantino films like his fight scenes and everything. But I feel like there was a clear like he wanted to get away from how Tarantino, especially like a lot of Tarantino's dialogue in Django.
Yeah.
I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. Where like they don't say that word like at all.
Okay.
Like for a reason, but it's an all black cast too.
Right.
So I feel like he was trying to like almost make a point like you don't need to
Yeah.
like you can make a movie without having all that insanity in it. Very, very good. I watched Red Notice,
Yeah, I watched that too.
which I thought was really
fun,
good.
yeah.
The Rock, Ryan Reynolds, Gal Gadot,
Cool.
very good. And we watched The Unforgivable with Sandra Bullock.
Oh, is that like her new movie?
Yeah,
on Netflix?
just came out a couple weeks ago. It was actually very good. I was worried that they weren't gonna
the Bird Box lady.
fill in like some of the gaps.
That's what you're referring
So,
to Sandra
like-
Bullock as now.
Like so the movie takes place present day, but then like they keep doing flashbacks to like 20 years ago or so. So you kind of know what happens, but not everything is filled in for most of the movie. And I was worried that they were just gonna like leave it not tied up, but they did a good job by the end. It was very good. So she plays someone who goes to jail she like kills a sheriff deputy, goes to jail for 20 years, and then she gets out and tries to reunite with her sister, who when she went to jail went into like foster care. And it's just like telling the story of like what happened that day. She went to jail, like what the sister's up to now. The sheriff deputy's like kids and now kind of like want revenge on her that she's out. There's like a lot of like different stories happening at once that I thought it was pretty good. John Bernthal's in it.
Ooh, love him.
One of the sons of the deputy she kills is Smalls from The Sandlot.
Oh, cool.
Very, very fat now.
Still doing it.
Yeah.
Good for him.
A big fat face. I watched The Edge of Tomorrow.
Oh, awesome
Everyone-
movie.
I still haven't seen it. Everyone loves it though.
Thomas
but-
Cruise film.
It's
Thomas Cruise on home box office.
it's
got your
very
peepers on?
good.
Yeah, I
What
have
is
my
it?
peepers
What
on
did
it.
you watch it on? Like, what's it on right now?
It's on Prime.
Oh, okay.
They've been trying to do a sequel to it for years. I
Mm-hmm.
think.
I think it's stuck in production hell.
Yeah.
It was
But
really
everyone who
good.
sees it loves it.
So
Emily Blunt is like
Amazing.
She
She's
makes the
awesome.
movie. She
Yeah.
has like excellent chemistry with everyone,
yeah.
and her and Tom Cruise just mesh together very well. Really cool concept. The action scenes are great. Tom Cruise is just a badass. I love Tom Cruise action movies.
So
It really gives it all.
They snuck in a scene of him riding a
motorcycle.
motorcycle.
Had to.
It didn't really make sense.
When did he run?
Oh, he runs the whole
he
movie.
run?
Yeah, he's running the entire.
Does he run?
The whole movie. So interesting, like thing about this movie is that like it didn't have a very good theater showing.
Yeah.
And then like it got popular when it came on, the streaming services. But like the tagline for the movie was "Live, Die, Repeat," and that's what that was on like the cover, like the poster of it was "Live, Die,
so
Repeat."
people thought that was the
so
title?
people thought that was the name of the movie, and like there's, it's been said that the popularity of that movie was because it was almost like it was rebranded at that point because it didn't do well in theaters, and they're like, "What's this? Live, Die, Repeat," and people would put it on, just simply put it on, and it's awesome. It's a really good movie.
Yeah, for the home theater market, they went with the "Live, Die, Repeat" like slogan
Yeah.
because it was on one of their movie posters.
Yeah, very good movie. I watched King Richard,
Yeah, I watched that
which
too.
I loved.
That was
I
great.
thought Will Smith was
Will Smith is awesome. You said.
unbelievable.
Oscar favorite, I think.
I mean,
it's-
he should get nominated.
He'll at least get nominated.
I don't know if I'd have to see like who else is nominated before saying but he was really, really good. And then I've been trying to dabble my way through the Marvel movies.
Yes.
I'm so excited about this.
I watched Age of Ultron.
Wait, that's
Wasn't a
where you
big fan.
started?
I jumped right in the middle.
Interesting.
Not a big fan of Age of Ultron. I think it's because Iron Man was written as like this huge hornball for no reason. There's so many like sexual jokes he makes.
Because it's Josh Whedon.
I know.
Well, yeah, that's
reading.
right. That's what I told Ryan too.
Yeah.
I was like, it's,
But then you go from there to Civil War with the Russo brothers, and it's like, oh wait, we have all these really good actors. Maybe we
Right.
should put them in some dramatic scenes mixed in with the action. I'm not a huge fan of like the 45-minute fight scenes.
I love it.
awesome.
Honestly, I leave the room.
What did you
or I
think
go on
of
my
Winter
phone.
Soldier?
Oh, I love Winter. I've seen
That's
Winter
probably like
Soldier
my
before.
favorite.
Yeah.
Oh, that was before Ultron, so that
Yeah.
makes sense, yeah.
But Civil War I thought was great, and then after Civil War I watched Spider-Man: Homecoming, which I love.
Keaton.
Love Tom Holland. I think he's a very, very good. He's a very
He's great.
believable Spider-Man.
Yeah, he's a high school kid.
Yeah, he's a high
Right.
school kid.
He's not like a 35-year-old man
In high school.
No.
pretending to be in high school
The twist
who
with
has to have his
Keaton-
mask off for the whole movie because Tobey Maguire needs to have his face shown on film.
Yeah.
Don't like him.
But the twist with Keaton at the end, like that being his daughter,
Yeah.
was great. Did not see that coming. I thought he was a really good villain, but like a good villain, but a centered villain, not just like,
Yeah, like you can see where he's coming from.
right, not just like evil for the sake of being evil.
Right.
I really enjoyed that. So next up, I have Infinity War, Endgame.
Wait, did you watch Ragnarok?
I've seen all the Thors. Yes, like,
Of course.
I can get my peepers on Chris Hemsworth. Yeah.
Ragnarok's fantastic.
Yes.
I told Ryan that Vulture, Michael Keaton's Vulture, is the first in a very long line of Marvel villains that have been wronged by Tony Stark or Tony
It's
Stark's
always
dad.
Tony Stark.
Tony Stark has really
It's always him.
caused a lot of these issues.
Yes.
Yeah.
The beginning of Homecoming, when it's like the video footage of Civil War, from like
Yeah.
his perspective, is so funny.
Hilarious.
Yes. Yeah.
And then they like in Far From Home when like Happy comes to pick up Tom
Yeah.
Holland and like he's
Yeah, he tells him that.
yeah, it's a funny thing. Like
Yeah.
Tom Holland, Spider-Man is being tricked by Mysterio, and so Happy comes to like pick him up in in another country, and he doesn't know if he's real or not. He doesn't know if Happy is real or not, and so like, Happy, tell me something only you would know about me, and he says something about the trip to Berlin, and it's very funny.
That's Jon Favreau, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. I'm enjoying it. So hopefully by next podcast, I'll have at least both of the Avengers.
You got Infinity War and then
then
Endgame
Endgame.
coming up, and
So
those two
excited
are
for
just
you.
like
And then
Amazing.
and then I was told to watch Captain Marvel too.
you can
Here's the thing. I don't particularly like Captain Marvel, but there is going to be a moment in Endgame where you're
you
like,
need to know.
That's what
who is this person?
Yeah.
I think you have to watch it between Infinity War and
in
Endgame.
Endgame. That's, yeah. That's,
Yeah.
what, that's
I mean-
what Amy told me.
It's not like
That it came out. at that
that's when it
period.
came out.
Like I know who it is.
And you're gonna need that if you're gonna then watch any of the shows too.
Right.
I probably won't watch the shows, but I'll watch the
She's
Far From Home.
probably
so I
going to
can
be a
watch the
big
new
part of the universe moving forward.
Yeah.
So
And then, do you guys think you should wait on Black Widow until?
I you know
After
what?
everything,
you should
or-
you should have watched Black Widow directly after Civil War.
I told him he should watch Black Widow before he watches Hawkeye. If
Yeah,
he's gonna
definitely watch Black
Hawkeye.
Widow before Hawkeye.
I'm
I mean,
really interested in Black Widow or Hawkeye.
You might really like Black
yeah,
Widow.
yeah.
The movie was really good, and David Harbour's in it.
And
Yeah.
Florence Pugh,
Yep.
who's
And,
just
Rachel
fantastic.
Weisz.
Rachel Weisz.
Okay.
You can wait though until after.
I really want to watch Infinity War and Endgame.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
have
they're
to.
like
You
they're
have to. You
fantastic.
have to.
Now that I know the
I watched
characters.
Endgame was on TV yesterday. I just sat and watched.
And
it.
if you like Tom Holland in that Spider-Man role, watch Far From Home.
I'm gonna, and then I
Yeah.
want to watch the
and
new
watch
one.
the new one. Yeah.
So I'll go next. My list is
Yes,
super short.
Wait, do we want to see this trailer for the Nick Cage movie first?
Sure.
Okay.
Nick, you've been living at the Sunset Tower for over a year.
They love having me there.
You owe them $600,000.
Okay, I'm gonna deal with all that, but I'm gonna get this next role. And when I do, all of that changes. Then I'm back.
Not that you went anywhere.
Nicolas Cage, oh my God, I love you. He was so good in The Rock.
What about Gone in 60 Seconds?
Have you seen Croods too?
No, I'm 44 years old. Why the fuck would I see Croods 2? I've seen Face Off and Con Air.
We got another offer.
What's it about?
You head to southern Spain and you attend a wealthy gentleman's birthday party.
I would never do that.
It's $1 million, Nick.
I'll take it. The guy that owns this house, what's his name? Javi. Look, if Javi wants me to fuck his wife or watch me watch him fuck his wife, that's a no-go. You understand? That's no bueno.
I am Javi.
Nick Cage.
Nicolas Cage? That's fucking cool.
I am so happy that you're here.
Is this supposed to be me? It's grotesque. I'll give you 20,000 for it. What have you got there?
Divine inspiration. I'm paranoid.
Let's just get up on the count of 3 and run.
They're coming! Grab my hand. You're heavier than you look. I have a very big head. You go!
I'll never forget you, Habs.
Mr. Cage? It turns out we could have just walked around.
Well, I guess so.
Do you think he wrote those like an icon?
A living legend.
A living legend.
Yes, definitely. I love it. Although he's going along with the joke, which I love.
Yeah.
I think he's very self-aware.
Yeah, that would. If you're listening to this, you might want to watch the video version because we have that in there. Hopefully, if it doesn't get cut out. Adam, your list, please.
Sorry. Yes. I've been watching Succession. I'm 1 episode back of Yellowstone. I am up to date with Hawkeye, and I have seen Spider-Man: No Way Home, and I'm no spoilers. Can't do it. It's everything. It's got it all.
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing. So that's it. If you like Spider-Man, like it's the movie.
They handled it. They handled it so well, and the action is so great. And Tom Holland is just. There's so many great things that happen in the movie, but Tom Holland being Spider-Man is the greatest.
Yes. Yes.
Like, he is a blessing, a true blessing as Spider-Man.
As Spider-Man. Yes, he is. That's
Very
it.
good.
That's all I got. Sorry.
So Yellowstone caught up just not last night. It's been very good. I'm a little worried that they're gonna do what The Walking Dead did and like really overstay their welcome and start all these offshoot shows and really just like jump the shark here.
Yeah, I hate doing a spinoff while the other show's still on.
Yeah, like
'Cause now Taylor Sheridan's writing the 1883 show.
yeah, and someone else is doing the 4 6s, right? The other show that's a spinoff with. Has everybody watch? You watch?
We watched a single episode.
Okay.
No one told us that it started with a horse being murdered.
Oh, it's gonna be a tough show.
And then another guy dead. And we were watching it. We put it on before bed, and we were like, what the fuck are we watching? And then so that started that way. And then it was an hour and a half and ended with like a Shakespearean tragedy. And we were like, okay, maybe we shouldn't watch this before bed if this is the type of stuff that's going on. But it's the only time we get to like watch that. So we haven't continued on, but I'm sure we will.
I still really like it. I just don't like that.
It gets like there's enough light moments in it too, like especially with Beth. Like Beth is just an amazing character. That like even though the first episode is not a good indicator of like how heavy the series is, in a good way.
Okay.
And there's the other issue I have with it is that there's multiple characters that you could like kill, and I wouldn't care, and also wouldn't affect the show's trajectory.
Yeah.
So that's a problem for me. Like every time they're on camera, I'm like, I don't care what happens.
Yeah.
Here. It doesn't-
Yellowstone.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of characters.
It's Casey's wife and his kid. Don't care.
Yeah.
Could care less.
It's the
about
Breaking
these people.
Bad.
and they are major like pieces in the movie and in the show. Like one is a connection to the tribal land, and the other one is like just used as a pawn for violence the entire show.
Yeah.
So, but otherwise, I like the show. I'm
like-
really ragging on it, but I do like it.
One of the more strikingly beautiful actresses.
Yes.
His wife.
And then, like I was saying, like Jimmy's my favorite character, and now I have to watch him on another show with a whole new cast of characters. Essentially, not to be a spoiler, but it's not really a spoiler. But they have a new show coming out called The 4 6s, and then they have the 1883, which is the prequel.
What's that? I watched that last night. The first episode.
Did you like it?
Yes, it was very good, but very heavy, like very dark. But it also, So how can it not be dark?
Yeah.
Imagine living in 1883. It's got to be pretty sad. Can't watch TV.
There's no TV.
That's the big issue
Right.
with
There's
it.
no TV.
Get a cut. It's over.
Yep, dead.
Doctors are tough to come by.
How'd you die? Cut.
Yep. Infection. Dead. Oh, actually, we call it consumption. We don't even know it's an infection yet. All right, and then Succession, amazing. We talked about it. I watched Spider-Man. We talked about it. It's great. Hawkeye, the Marvel show, is awesome.
It's so good.
It's the best Marvel show.
I agree.
It's the best Marvel show so far. I
Hawkeye?
think that number 2 is probably Scarlet Witch. Then
Yeah, I
maybe
think I like-
right there with Hawkeye, Falcon and Winter Soldier.
I think I liked Loki better than Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Ooh, yeah.
I'd say Loki's my second favorite.
Loki was really good, but I really liked WandaVision too. But Hawkeye's my favorite. by
I liked
far.
WandaVision a lot, and I did like Loki. But Hawkeye is currently my favorite. Great cast.
Yeah.
And it's just, they're doing, we were like, I feel like this is just yesterday, we were like dreaming about what they were going to do with the Disney Plus shows for the Marvel movies, because there's so much that you can do to like prep you for the next movie. And that's exactly what they're doing.
Yeah.
They're just prepping you for the next movie, the next show. And it's awesome. It's just constant. If you
But
like the MCU.
it doesn't feel forced.
No,
Right, and
definitely
it doesn't
not.
feel like filler.
No. It's great. I'm excited. I'm excited for the first round of season 2s.
Yeah.
Because we're not, you know what I mean? I'm excited to see like crossovers and characters from, now you can take a character from a movie that maybe doesn't have a super interesting role and blow it up in a show, which is great. Kind of like what they're doing with Hawkeye.
Yeah.
So really like that. And that's it. And I watched this movie called The Night House. If you like horror movies, it's on Amazon Prime.
Is that the one you were telling Holly about?
I highly recommend it. It's very difficult to explain, but it's good. If you like horror movies, it's very it's unique, and it'll stay with you. It's starring I forget her name. We were talking about her. I guess she's from The Town.
Rebecca Hall.
Rebecca Hall.
Yes, Rebecca Hall. So watch that, and that's it. That's all I got.
Nice.
I've also watched Hawkeye, Succession, Red Notice, King Richard. We were watching a lot of Conan Without Borders recently.
I love that.
It's all on HBO. So funny.
The one where he goes to Italy. is
Oh my
favorite.
God. It's just hilarious. Everything he does is so funny. I watched Inside Man yesterday just because it's on
Denzel?
HBO. Yeah, and I felt like a heist movie. Have you guys ever
a
done a
good
heist
one.
movie?
Oh, I don't know. I don't think so.
No, that would be a good one to do.
You should
Not
do that.
heist, no.
It'll be
We did
fun.
something similar, didn't we?
I don't know.
We
that's a
did
good
one where we picked the Ocean's movie.
Yeah.
Maybe it was best cast.
Oh, murder. No.
It wasn't Murder
Not
Mystery. But we did pick the Ocean's movie for one of them. I forget.
Yeah.
Oh, you did remakes. That's probably what you
Yes.
picked. those
Oh
for.
yeah.
Yes.
Right.
And then other than that, just a lot of Christmas movies, a lot of Christmas TV episodes. The Great British Bake Off has a holiday.
I've been watching
edition.
that
It's
actually.
great.
Yes, I love it.
It's lovely. The Office, all their Christmas episodes are great.
Yeah.
Except like we watched the last 2 last night, and I'm like, I just can't.
Without Michael.
I can't get into them.
Yeah. It's just not the same.
It's not the same.
Even like not there are many bad episodes, but he could always
Yeah.
pull it together.
It just
somehow.
feels like that feels forced.
Yes.
When I'm watching those, it feels forced without Michael Scott.
I was reading something the other day that like they just didn't renew his contract, Steve Carell.
What the dumbest move?
That like he wanted to keep playing Michael Scott, but they just like he had a 7 season contract and they just didn't renew it.
That's insane.
Yeah, that's nuts.
I always thought it would be like he wanted to
Yeah,
do
he
other
wanted to
stuff.
leave.
That's
but
what I.
he, like,
that's what I
didn't.
assumed.
Like after Michael leaves, we literally just stop and watch it. We don't even finish that season. We just stop and start again and watch over. Because
How do you not sign Steve Carell to 2 more seasons? And like there's
Like
there's a
that
lot
was
of good
at
episodes.
the height of its popularity.
Yeah.
Too.
Yeah.
Throw the checkbook at him. Oh, so stupid.
Goddamn bums.
Yeah, but that's really it. Nothing crazy. Just a lot of Christmas stuff.
Nice.
'Tis the season.
'Tis the season. Very good. That's everything.
What an episode.
What an episode. Nearly 2 hours. Creeping up on 2 hours.
Thought it was going to be longer.
Yeah.
Had a lot of stuff.
We're going to be back, I guess, after the new year. We'll be back for a new episode. Maybe we'll do Heist Draft. Justine, you're
I like
always
it.
welcome.
I love a good heist.
Always welcome to join. Is there anything else you guys want to pitch that wine again? Year 2020 wine?
Yeah. Cavett.
Everybody have a Merry Christmas. Mike D, have a Merry Christmas. Usually we would tell Justine, but she is here. Also have a Merry Christmas, but you're here.
Thanks.
Mike D and Brianna, hope you have a happy
Do they
holiday.
Do they listen together?
So Brianna's favorite is celebrity birthdays.
Okay.
And Mike
She's going to be
D's
disappointed today.
Imagine she never listens again. And Mike D's favorite is the draft.
Okay, cool.
I don't know if they listen to the whole thing.
They don't care about the rest of it. Just
Fast forward, stop.
Excellent.
Yeah.
All right. Merry Christmas to everybody.
Merry Christmas.
Merry
Happy holidays.
Christmas.
Happy New Year.
Episode 136 in the book. Books.
My books.